happened yesterday night in the same area where we can see governor is standing. There was arson yesterday and fire, and we can see that governor has already reached the area where violence was hit. Previously, the governor spoke in the airport about how he's going to punish. He's going to take care that all the culprits will be punished and no forces that is causing this ruckus and unholy situation in West Bengal will be left. He said that he will take care that all unholy forces, all forces that is destroying the peace in West Bengal will be punished. And right now, right after that, he took his conduct to the violence hit areas in Risihra. He's in Hooghly right now, Hooghly, Risihra, where all the clashes, all the violence happened since last 2 days, 2-3 days after the Ram Navami procession. He is there right now, taking a stock of the situation, talking to the police officials. He is there in ground zero, exactly where arson was there yesterday. Right now, we can see governor trying to understand what happened. On the other hand, also, I just let you know that Sukanta Mojumdar, the state BJP president, is en route to Srirampur as well. Srirampur is also in Hooghly district. He's going to sit for a stage in Dharna. He's going to sit for a Dharna against all the violence. We can see live visuals from there for our viewers. I just brief that this is the area where fresh violence happened yesterday in Hooghly. There was fire, there was arson, bombs were being hurled. This is the area where trains passed. There's a train line just behind, and trains were stopped. Bombs were being hurled at the trains, and stone pelting was done. Along with more violence that happened in this area, the governor of West Bengal, Ananda Bose, is himself present in that particular area, taking a stock of what has happened since yesterday, day before yesterday, and now he's trying to understand, according to our sources, what police arrangement has been made in order to, number one, stop more violence, and number two, to take action against anyone who has committed such offences since last 2 days. He is asking the police, trying to understand from the police that what action has been taken. That's the live visuals coming directly from Hooghly in West Bengal, from the areas which were hit by violence since the last 2 days. Shivangi.
Right. So we can see that the Bengal governor is right there in Hooghly, and we are seeing that he's taking stock of the situation, talking to the police and other security personnel at the spot to understand what exactly is happening in Risihra. Remember that earlier he's already appealed for peace, and he's at the violence hit areas. These are visuals coming in right now, and I'm coming back to you, Kishore. If you could take our viewers through exactly what we can expect next, because the West Bengal governor taking stock of the situation. On the other hand, we're seeing the BJP who has planned a big dharna and a sit-in protest, but the BJP not getting permission from the police to do so far.
Exactly, Shivangi. At one hand, BJP has not got the permission for that protest which they have planned. And they have planned for, let me tell you that they have planned for quite a big protest. There will be a huge crowd there. Sukanta Mojumdar is himself going there. On the other hand, governor is talking to Chandanagar police commissioner. Chandanagar is the area, police commissionerate under which all these areas of violence fall. He is talking to the police commissioner, Amit P. Jagardi. He is talking to the police commissioner himself. The police commissioner is present there, giving him all the details about the violence that happened since last 2 or 3 days. The governor seems, his body language is clearly very worried. He is worried about all the violence that happened since yesterday, since day before yesterday. He gave repeated statements. We took his exclusive interview 2 days back after the Howrah violence, where he repeatedly said that he will take care that everyone who has done such offense will be punished, and he has also said that such unholy attempts will be stopped in the future as well. Today, he rushed back from North Bengal. The governor was present in North Bengal for G20 summit that's going on in Siliguri, which is a city in North Bengal. However, after the fresh violence yesterday night, which happened in Risihra, the governor rushed back in a flight. He rushed back from North Bengal to Kolkata, and directly from the airport, he took a vehicle, he took his car to this violence hit Risihra, to these violence areas in Hooghly. Therefore, it is very evident that the governor is worried about the situation. It is very evident that he is taking personal stock of the whole situation. He is talking to the police commissioner of Chandanagar Police Commissionerate in Hooghly, and he's trying to understand what is the police arrangement right now. He's trying to understand what has the police done to punish the culprits who has caused such ruckus in the last 2 days. Apart from that, as you have rightly asked, that what's going to be the next action there, because we see that we see that BJP has also reached Sukanta Majumdar. Sukanta Majumdar is also very close to Hooghly. He is very close to Srirampur, and right now he is also reaching Srirampur. That's one thing. And on the other hand, the governor is there in the violence hit areas, the areas which was where arson was there yesterday. He is taking a stock. So there's a question that whether Sukanta Majumdar will be allowed to sit for the dharna he's planning. He told Republic TV exclusively a while back that he will be visiting that place in spite of all restrictions, and he will be protesting against the violence. He has already reached that area, very close to that area. He's walking right now. He's right now in Dakshineshwar, which is very close, and he's on his way towards Hooghly. And he said that he will be reaching that area and sit wherever he stops. And the police also, on the other hand, the administration is also on the other hand, imposed Section 144 on a larger area. Previously, only Risihra was under Section 144. Now even Srirampur, where Sukanta Majumdar is going to visit, is also under Section 144. So right now, Sukanta Majumdar is in Dakshineshwar, which is en route to Hooghly. It's in the middle of the way, and he's there right now. In a while, Sukanta Majumdar will also reach. Right now, we can see live visuals. The governor is still there. His body language is clear. He's very worried about what's going on in Bengal. He's very worried about what's going on in Howrah and Hooghly, two adjacent districts of West Bengal. These two are very close districts of West Bengal, just adjacent to each other. And both of these districts were hit by communal violence, were hit by clashes, were hit by arsons and stone pelting since Ramnavami, and Ramnavami processions were attacked. The BJP, the opposition and the BJP was asking that whether the police can do proper investigation in this matter, because police clearly is partial. The BJP is saying the police is partial, and therefore the BJP wants NIA to come in this matter. BJP wants NIA to take up the investigation. So at one hand, BJP is asking for NIA. The governor has been also given letters by the BJP about such NIA investigation. So governor is right now himself in that place, and he's also going to talk to Amit Shah, the Home Minister, as we are getting to know. He already had a conversation with Amit Shah previously as well. So whether the governor goes and sees that the situation is bad enough that the investigation may be handed over to NIA or not, that is one thing to see. Whether he'll be writing to Amit Shah about the situation and whether NIA investigation will be started in this matter or not is yet to be seen. However, what is already happening is the West Bengal governor right now, Ananda Bose, taking a stock of the situation. He's walking through that area where violence happened, where yesterday night all those actions that we saw of fire, arson, stone pelting and bomb hurling happened. He's walking through that area himself in the ground zero. He's looking at those areas, looking at those violent spots, all the spots of violence, and also talking to the commissioner of Chandanagar Police Commissionerate. He's talking to the police commissioner and trying to understand. Amit P. Jagalji, his name is, the police commissioner's name is Mr. Amit. He's talking to Amit P. Jagalji. He's trying to understand what action did the police take, what action the police already took, and what action they are going to take against all those who have caused such ruckus and violence. And on the other hand, Sukanta Majumdar, after offering his prayers in Dakshineshwar temple, is right now heading towards Risihra. And we are showing to our audience, to our viewers, in both of these windows. In the left window, we can see how the police is dismantling the stage which was set for BJP Dharna protest. The police officers came and dismantled the whole stage. The police said that here is Section 144. You cannot stage a Dharna there. Sukanta Majumdar told us Republic TV over phone that they will be sitting for a Dharna protest there. On the other hand, on the right-hand side of the window, we can see, our viewers can see that the governor is walking through the violence-hit areas, walking through the areas which was hit by violence yesterday and day before yesterday, especially the area where the train stations are there and the train lines are there. We saw that yesterday the train was stopped. The train which goes from Howrah to Bardhaman was stopped for 4 hours. For a stretch of 4 hours, and the passengers were also hit by violence. There was bomb hurling and pelting of stones. The governor, Ananda Bose himself, is taking a stock of the situation. Shivangi.
Right. So Kishan is getting us our top updates right now, and we can see that the Bengal governor is in Hooghly. As of now, he is in Risihra in Hooghly. Now, we also know a short while back that Amit Shah had spoken to the Bengal governor on the violence, especially in Howrah. The Home Minister had gotten in touch with the governor and he had taken the stock of the situation from the governor, Kishan.
Well, exactly. BJP has written multiple letters to the governor and the Home Minister as well. That's what Sukanta Majumdar and Suvendu Adhikari, both of them said yesterday and day before yesterday. They also demanded for NIA investigation in the whole matter of violence. So the governor already has the letters, has the request from BJP, from the opposition about NIA investigation in this matter of violence. Especially the BJP is pointing out that if Bengal police, if West Bengal police is investigating this matter, then the investigation will be partial. The ones who created the violence...
Kishale, yes, absolutely. I'm coming back to you in just a moment. Because the governor is visiting the clash site in Risihra as we speak. I'm also being joined by Priyanka Tibrewal of the BJP from West Bengal. Thank you for joining us, Priyanka. Right now we know that Sukanto Majumdar is on his way to Srirampur and he wants to hold a dharna. Has the police given any kind of permission? Because last time we heard the police is not giving any permission for the BJP to hold the sit-in protest.
See, as usual, the police of Mamata Banerjee will give no permission to BJP. And there's a very sect which doesn't require any permission, and we all know that. One who is very close to Mamata Banerjee. Now the question is, after all this attacks and mob lynching and whatever has happened in front of your eyes, you are seeing that people are being arrested. But who are actually being arrested are not the perpetrators. They are the Ram Bhaks, the Hindu Bhaks who participated in the processions. They are being pulled out from the houses and being arrested. BJP boys are being pulled out from the houses and arrested. So this investigation, this is a shoddy investigation which is being done by the West Bengal police. And this immediately needs to go into other hands of some independent agency. Otherwise, there will be no investigation in this. The culprits, the miscreants, they will roam freely.
Right. And we are seeing a war of words also being played out right now. The TMC alleging that the BJP is behind the violence and the other way around. What is your reaction on that?
See, you can very well understand that who is at fault here. It is, of course, the West Bengal government who is at fault, because the same place is being attacked on a consecutive year when they had full knowledge that they need to take protection, but the police was just a mute spectator over there. So this means that this kind of attack which happened on the Hindu Bhakts was intentional. They were prepared to attack like this. And then just because the CM is now provoking them more, because she has given statements that the more will happen on 6th. How does she know that more will happen on 6th? Because it is she who's trying to instigate people to attack once again.
Right. And just one short answer from you, Priyanka Tibrewal. What's the plan today when it comes to the BJP's actions, when it comes to the protests that they have planned, when it comes to the sit-in dharna that they have planned? So what does the BJP plan to do today?
See, our president has already proceeded towards Srirampur and he has complete right. Why should he be denied permission? He is not carrying any arms with him, whereas people who attacked the mob, pure police was standing there. They were seeing that people are pelting stones. They were seeing that people are using crude bombs, but police didn't stop them. And police is trying to stop the opposition because we are the voice here.
All right. Thank you, Priyanka Tibrewal, Bengal BJP leader, for joining us. Also being joined right now by Professor Manojit Mondal, political analyst who has joined us on Republic TV. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Mondal. Your sense of of the situation in West Bengal, especially when it comes to the Bengal governor there. Now, the Bengal governor also very clearly saying that these kind of incidents will not be tolerated of violence, also asking the entire society in West Bengal, everyone in West Bengal, to stay united and not be divided by any reason whatsoever. Mr. Mondal.
I think that should be the approach. But look at the approach of the BJP, starting from the rank and file of Bengal BJP to the Delhi BJP. The Home Minister himself has called up Mr. Sukanta Majumdar, not the Chief Minister, not the Governor. What does it suggest? They want these things to continue. None, absolutely none have appealed for peace and calm. I think Governor is the first, because Governor is also from the central government side, to do so. And we thank him for doing that. Look at the kind of statement. Now they want to go to this disturbed area. Sukanta Majumdar, Shubhendu Adhikari, Dilip Ghosh, I appeal to the government of West Bengal to restrain them legally if possible, because they want this fire to continue for their political gain. In the history of Indian political system, in the last 50 years, it has been proven beyond reasonable doubt that wherever there is this kind of communal violence, BJP has gained politically. This is their, specific modus operandi, which we have been seeing since 1992. BJP rose to this kind of prominence, to rioting, to violence, to arsenal. Everyone knows that. And that's why none of them, we are all appealing to the people of Bengal to stay united, as like the governor. Mamta Ji has appealed to the people of West Bengal since the last week itself, that yes, you celebrate Ram Navami, you also celebrate Rosa, but peacefully. These people, what they were deviating from the actual norms, I tell you, they are not going to that particular area to shake hands with our Muslim brothers who are celebrating Rosa. They are fasting throughout the day. They went there with the intent to provoke and attack. The vegetable carts were attacked. The fruit vendors were attacked. Deliberate attempt on the part of the BJP. First, they deviated from the route permitted, and then they deliberately attacked them. Did they go there to shake hands with the other community who is also celebrating their Ramjan? Ram and Ramjan, I tell you, they go hand in hand in Bengal. Only in some pockets these people are trying to create communal tension, which will be rejected by the people of Bengal, as we have been living together for centuries, for ages. Bengal has never seen this kind of communal violence before 2016. Before 2016 also we celebrated Ram Navami. Before 2016 also we celebrated Hanuman Jayanti. But this kind of rampages, this kind of political communal violences deliberately provoked and stoked by political leaders in the responsible position had never been there in Bengal. It is a culture imported by BJP, and that's why I tell you they were rejected in 2021 and they will be rejected in 2024 as well.
Right. Also, Mr. Mondal, we are seeing that as these clashes are reported, as we are seeing stone pelting, of course, the words of the governor, they are very reassuring because he's talking about peace, he's talking about solidarity, but we are seeing at the same time a political war of words playing out, both the TMC and the BJP engaging in a war of words and blaming each other.
Yeah. You see, whether the stone pelts or whether the people carrying guns and swords, they are criminals. They have no religion. And the people from both sides have been arrested and they will be nabbed. There's no question of tolerating either sides of as far as these classes are concerned. But look,
গতকাল যে কয়েকটি অঞ্চলে ছিল আজকে তার থেকে অনেক বেশি অঞ্চল 144 ধারা বিরাজ করছে। অর্থাৎ গতকাল পুলিশ কোনো কিছু সামলাতে পারেনি, পুলিশ নিজে সেটা অ্যাডমিট করছে যে 144 ধারা বাড়াতে হলো, তাদেরকে এরিয়াটা বাড়াতে হলো।
सर अपने गवर्नर के पास भी टाइम मांगे।
गवर्नर के पास 3 बजे हम मिलेंगे। हम मतलब हमारे बीजेपी का प्रतिनिधि दल, अगर मैं उधर से आ पाया सबसे मिलके तो मैं भी आ जाऊंगा।
आप लोग क्या बोलेंगे सर 356 के लिए?
हम सेंट्रल इंटरवेंशन के लिए मांग करेंगे। वो 356 सही होगा कि 355 लागू होगा रिश्रा के ऊपर, वो तो जो होम मिनिस्ट्री है उसका जुरिस्डिक्शन है, उसमें हम नहीं फंसना चाहते, वो होम मिनिस्ट्री तय करेगी।
सर आप लोगों का सेंट्रल लीडरशिप ऑलरेडी ये बोल रहे हैं कि बंगाल में प्रेसिडेंस रूल इम्प्लीमेंट होना चाहिए, नहीं तो बंगाल का जो हालत है, जो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन है, वो तो सही नहीं है।
कल जो घटना घटी, रेल के ऊपर पथराव हुआ, ट्रेन के ऊपर पथराव हुआ, जो सीए के समय जैसा सिचुएशन हुआ था वही सिचुएशन फिर से रिपीट करने की कोशिश चल रही है। और मुझे लगता है कि सेंट्रल होम मिनिस्टर श्री अमित शाह जी सब कुछ जानते हैं, उनके साथ हम कांटेक्ट में भी है और वो व्यवस्था लेंगे, सही व्यवस्था लेंगे।
राज्य शांति कामना।
All right, that was BJP State Chief Sukanto Majumdar. He's saying that the BJP and other BJP leaders are going to meet the governor, also asking for intervention in the matters from the central government when it comes to maintaining law and order situation in the state of West Bengal. So that was Sukanto Majumdar, who is also planning a sit-in and a dharna protest, which has, for what the permission has been denied, viewers. So we're getting these details coming in. The Bengal BJP Chief Sukanto Majumdar speaking there, saying that he will be speaking to the governor, and he's also visiting Sri Rampur in Hooghly for a sit-in protest against what happened in Risihra. There were fresh clashes reported in Risihra, which is in West Bengal's Hooghly district. Viewers, we're getting these details coming in. Also, we know Section 144 has been imposed in Hooghly district. According to reports, Section 144 has been imposed in a large area of Hooghly, which includes Risihra and most of Sri Rampur. So we're getting these details as the West Bengal governor is there in Risihra at this point of time, taking stock of the situation. Sukanto Majumdar saying that he will be meeting the governor as well after a point of time, after a short while. He also said that he will demand a central intervention when it comes to maintaining the law and order situation. Let's go back to Kishalai. Kishalai, we just heard Sukanto Majumdar. He was due to reach Sri Rampur. Has he reached Sri Rampur? He's also saying that he will speak to the governor very, very shortly.
Well, exactly. The breaking is that 3 p.m. now, 3 p.m. today, Sukanto Majumdar said BJP team will be meeting the governor. Now it is to be seen whether this meeting will happen in Hooghly itself. The governor is in Hooghly, the violent hit areas. He is taking a stock of those areas. On the other hand, Sukanto Majumdar is going towards Hooghly. He is en route to Hooghly after prayers at Dakshineshwar temple. And he told the media, he said very clearly that he is going to speak to the governor. The BJP team is going to meet at and probably the governor will also speak in a while. The governor will speak in a while.
लेकिन अपने ही देश में बंगाल और बिहार में जो स्थिति पैदा कर दो कि रामनवमी के समय भी आपको शांतिपूर्वक शोभा यात्रा ना निकलने दी जाए, आगजनी हो, पथराव हो, हत्या पर मजबूर कर दिया जाए, उस देश में जहां पर देश के प्रधानमंत्री दुनिया भर के देशों को कहते हैं दिस इज नॉट द एरा ऑफ वॉर, ये युद्ध का समय नहीं है, दिस इज द टाइम टू डिस्कस, डेलिब्रेट एंड बी पार्ट ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी एंड डिसाइड. और दुनिया
against its nation to destabilize it and also to see that Atmanirbhar Bharat, which our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi has declared, they are trying to prevent it. Atmanirbhar Bharat also includes Atmanirbhar Bengal. We will strive together. We will peace in society. Peace will be established. Peace will be established. Criminals will be put behind bars and never ever will it be allowed to repeat in this noble state. Thank you, sir.
All right, we just heard CV Ananda Bose, West Bengal governor there, speaking once again after reaching Risihra, and he's taking a stock of the situation, once more saying that that peace has to be established. Those were his very, very clear words coming in, making it very clear that it's very important to establish peace in the state of West Bengal, also saying that those guilty will be punished. Strict action will be taken against them. So we're getting these back-to-back details coming in. West Bengal governor saying peace should be established there. Remember that he is right now in Risihra, where there's uneasy calm. This is in Hooghly's district. There were fresh clashes reported earlier in the day, viewers, and Section 144 has been imposed in the area. Just going back to you right now, Kishalai, we are seeing fresh developments coming in. Number one, we just saw CV Ananda Bose, who is the West Bengal governor. He is saying very clearly that peace has to be established. And number two, we also know Sukanto Majumdar has said that he will be meeting the West Bengal governor around 3 p.m. today. Kisharai.
Well, exactly, Shivangi. Back to that two breakings back to that. First of all, Sukanto Majumdar very clearly said that the BJP team will be meeting the governor at 3 p.m. Now the question is whether the BJP team will be meeting the governor at Hooghly at the violence spot, or they will be meeting somewhere else. That's the question, because the governor is in Hooghly right now, taking the stock of the situation. On the other hand, the BJP team, along with Sukanto Majumdar, is also going towards Hooghly. They are en route still after their prayers at Dakshineshwar temple. So the question is whether that meeting, that anticipated meeting, will be happening at the violence hit areas, at the violence hit district of Hooghly. And if that meeting happens, then what will happen to the administration's action about imposing Section 144 in all those areas? The administration is saying that the whole area is under Section 144, there will be no crowd, no person, no political person will be allowed to sit in there for any kind of dharna. So how will Sukanto Majumdar or BJP team meet the governor? That's the question. On the other hand, the governor again spoke to the media. Again, he made it very clear to the people of West Bengal and the country that he is taking a stock of the situation. He is analyzing the situation. That's what he said. Quote unquote, he's analyzing the situation, and he said that no culprits will be allowed to go astray without being punished. He said that all the criminals who have done such mistakes who have done such violence will be taken care of, will be taken into account. He also mentioned very emphatically that the Prime Minister's Atmanirbhar Bharat includes Atmanirbhar Bangla, which means the self-sufficient India of the Prime Minister, what the Prime Minister dreams, will also include a self-sufficient Bengal, but also under the purview of the whole scheme. Therefore, the governor making it clear that he is taking a stock of the situation, he is analyzing the situation, he is trying to understand who are the culprits, and also he emphasized that the fight will be unitedly done, and by that he means that the state government and the central government will be fighting against all this violence together. That's what he tried to imply. So the governor came back in a hurried manner from North Bengal. He was supposed to be present at the G20 summit at North Bengal, the city of Siliguri. He came back from there hurriedly and directly from the airport. He is now, as we are seeing live visuals in the right-hand side of the screen for the viewers, we are
तक फैलाएं कि बिहार में अब कोई धार्मिक जुलूस नहीं निकलेगा और वहाँ की सरकार उसे संरक्षण दे और भाईचारा कहे। भाईचारा के नाम पर हिंदू अपना धार्मिक उत्सव भी ना मना पाए।
तो भविष्य क्या दिखता है?
भविष्य ये दिख रहा है कि हिंदुओं पर खतरा मंडा रहा है। ये हिंदुओं को दबाने वाले लोगों को, दंगाइयों को संरक्षण दे रहे हैं। इसका जवाब 2024 और 25 के चुनाव में देगा।
एक दादा बंगाल से भी मेरा सवाल है। बंगाल की घटनाएं हुई है, ममता बनर्जी आगाह कर रही है कि हनुमान जयंती के समय में भी ऐसा हो सकता है। वो लगातार इस चीज को लेकर के कंट्रोल नहीं हो रहा, लेकिन आगाह जरूर कर रही है।
ये तो ममता बनर्जी ही कराती हैं, तो किसको कहेंगे? ममता बनर्जी खुद भाषण दे रही हो कि रमजान है, हिंदू अपना रमजान तक सारे दरवाजे उत्सव बनाना बंद कर दो, चाहे रामनवमी हो, चाहे हनुमान जयंती हो, चाहे कोई जयंती हो। हिंदू द्वितीय दर्जे का नागरिक है बंगाल में। और अब तो हालत ये हो गया है, हिंदू अब पलायन कर रहे हैं। ये उसको पाकिस्तान और बांग्लादेश बनाना चाहते हैं।
All right, that was BJP's Giriraj Singh, who was speaking on the violence in Bihar and also in West Bengal, and blaming the TMC for the riots and the unrest that erupted ever since the occasion of Ram Navami. In fact, he said that it's Ramzan over Ram Navami for the Mamata government. Also, viewers, we're getting you live visuals. We're getting you the right of your screens is CV Ananda Bose, who is West Bengal's governor, who is at Risihra, and he is assuring the people of bringing those people responsible for the violence to book. He has assured that the people will be punished, and there are more reactions that are coming in on this story. Let's take a listen in.
The occasion of Ram Navami in Howrah district, there was a procession which was organized by BJP and VHP. We saw BJP workers in the procession brandishing pistols and swords and playing loud DJ. Now these videos were flagged in a press conference addressed by All India Trinamool Congress General Secretary Sri Abhishek Bandyopadhyay. What BJP had to say was that these videos were fake. What do we see today? We see that Shumit Sao, the individual who was carrying the pistol, which was shown in the video by TMC, was arrested from Munger, Bihar. He happens to be a resident of Salkia, Howrah. So Sumit has now confessed to this crime. He has confessed to the fact that yes, he was carrying this pistol in the BJP procession and that he is a BJP worker. So now what does BJP have to say about this? They are the ones who manufacture fake news and fake videos. We wait for their answer as to what they have to say about their BJP worker.
मौजूदा समय में ये अत्यंत प्रासंगिक विषय भी है। दुनिया के एक हिस्से में जहां लंबे समय से युद्ध चल रहा है, वहीं भारत में भी देखूं तो जहां एक और शांति का वातावरण है, वहां पर भी रामनवमी की शोभा यात्रा पर उसको शांति से नहीं निकलने देते, ऐसी घटनाएं भी सामने आती हैं। जहां भारत के एक हिस्से में पश्चिम बंगाल की मुख्यमंत्री ये कह देती हैं कि हिंदू इस इलाके में ना जाएं, तो क्या मुख्यमंत्री ही समाज को बांटने पर आ गई, क्षेत्र को बांटने पर आ गई? अपने आप में चिंता का विषय खड़ा हो जाता है। किसी दुनिया के दो देशों के बीच में युद्ध चल रहा हो तो एक अलग बात है, लेकिन अपने ही देश में बंगाल और बिहार में जो स्थिति पैदा कर दो कि रामनवमी के समय भी आपको शांतिपूर्वक शोभा यात्रा ना निकलने दी जाए, आगजनी हो, पथराव हो, हत्या पर मजबूर कर दिया जाए, उस देश में जहां पर देश के प्रधानमंत्री दुनिया भर के देशों को कहते हैं दिस इज नॉट द एरा ऑफ वॉर, ये युद्ध का समय नहीं है, दिस इज द टाइम टू डिस्कस, डेलिब्रेट एंड बी पार्ट ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी एंड डिसाइड। और दुनिया उस बात को मानती है, लेकिन अपने ही देश के दो राज्यों के मुख्यमंत्री एक जहां इस तरह की बातें करते हैं और पक्षपात करने का काम करते हैं, वो अपने आप में बहुत बड़े प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा करता है कि क्या ये वायलेंस के पीछे एक वर्ग है या ये तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति उनको और हवा देने का काम करती है? क्या वोट बैंक की राजनीति में हम अशांति फैलाने का काम इस तरह से भी किया जाता है? ये अपने आप में बहुत सारी चुनौतियां, समस्याएं देश के सामने खड़ा करता है।
We will never allow the miscreants, the hooligans and the goons to take the law into their hands. The police will come down heavily on them. These dark forces, forces of evil, will be brought to book. We will dare them in the den. People of Bengal have a right for peaceful living. That right will be established. Bengal has been suffering this kind of criminalization of politics for a long time. There we will put a final end to it. In this, there is no political differences. The government of India, the state government, political parties, the media, the common man, the silent majority will all join hands and see that mobocracy is rooted out in this democratic land. We see this as a result of those who have connived against India the Break India Brigade, and those who are working against its nation to destabilize it, and also to see that Atmanirbhar Bharat, which our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi has declared, they are trying to prevent it.
The Bengal Governor CV Ananda Bose is speaking to the media and assuring that the culprits will be behind the bar. My colleague Kishola is joining us on the phone line for more. Kishola, we heard what the governor had to say, but are you really picking up on anything like the governor having any communications with the TMC, with the ruling government of the state? Because we know that Mamata Banerjee herself, the chief minister, is also the home minister. She's been missing on ground. We have not seen her taking cognizance or doing any kind of inspection yet. But has the governor tried to reach out, and has there any meeting, or is there any meeting in store with her?
Well, exactly. What we are seeing is that the governor is at the spot, and as you rightly pointed out, as of yet, the chief minister has not visited that spot. However, yesterday she very clearly, from Digha, she very clearly spoke about how she is blaming the BJP for all this violence, for all these clashes, etc. The governor clearly said that he is taking a stock of the whole situation. We can see live visuals of the governor present in the violence hit areas in ground zero, exactly where yesterday we saw arson was there. Yesterday we saw stone pelting was there. The governor is present in that particular area. He's present, taking a stock of that area, talking to the police commissioner, Mr. Amit P. He's talking to Mr. Amit, police commissioner of Chandanagar Police Commissionerate, and he's trying to understand that what action the police has taken. On the other hand, yesterday the governor spoke, a day before yesterday also the governor spoke to the chief minister, and they had a conversation about the deteriorating law and order situation in West Bengal and how such situation could be prevented. However, today, we do not know whether the governor has already spoken to the chief minister or not. However, it is very sure that the governor is going to these areas, violence hit areas. He's taking a stock of those areas. He said to the media that I am analyzing the situation right now. I am analyzing what has happened right now, and I'll be taking care that all the culprits, all the people who are responsible for such violence will be punished. The governor came back hurriedly from North Bengal. He was in North Bengal. He was going to attend the G20 summit, which was happening in Siliguri. He came from North Bengal hurriedly in order to visit these areas. We saw that he came to the airport. He spoke to the media. He said that all the culprits will be punished, and all the forces who are creating such disturbances in Bengal and to the Bengal people will be punished as well. And he requested for peace and tranquility, and as soon as he finished, he took his car, he took his vehicle, and now he is in the violence hit areas. On the other hand, Shukanta Majumdar, the BJP president of West Bengal, is en route to Srirampur as well, Hooghly as well. We just broke a while back that the BJP is going to meet the governor at 3 p.m. That's what Shukanta Majumdar said. Shukanta Majumdar declared that the BJP team is going to meet the governor at 3 p.m. today. So that's what we are looking at, whether the BJP team will meet governor at Risihra, the violence hit areas, or not, because all those areas are under section 144.
Absolutely, of course, we will be tracking all those details. Thank you so much for the time being, Kishola, for joining us with all those inputs. Republic TV will, of course, remain on that coverage, and the big story we have been tracking. Viewers, remember, Bengal governor has visited Risihra. He's assured putting the culprits behind the bars, and on the other hand, we also have the BJP, who is also set to stage protest, unrelenting, and also set to meet the governor at 3 p.m. Republic TV will be keeping an eye on all of that, but right now, it's time for a quick break. We will be back with lots more on the other side. All right, coming up, of course, lots more on the other side. Bhutan King's visit in India. It's day 2 of Bhutan King's visit in India, and Wangchuk will be meeting several top leaders of India, and we will be tracking that story as well. Stay tuned. And hush money scandal haunts Donald Trump. Former US president is in New York as he's all set to surrender.
Troubled with the words that they've used, Mr. Something. Are you troubled with the words? I'm asking.
And that is Christian Michel. First visual on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, would you give facts to India? That's Chidambaram right now. He's been because it was a case, I believe, that was closed by the police itself. They're trying to stop us.
NIA की टीम बाजी को लेकर यहाँ पहुंची है क्योंकि एविडेंसेस डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए थे इसी
200 to 300 supporters are gathered here at They're trying to stop. Today the whole nation is looking at you. What exactly are your thoughts? Why must you?
रामनवमी जुलूस में उपद्रव के बाद नालंदा जिले में अभी भी स्थिति तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। हमारे साथ ये देखिए ये महिला बटालियन है जो कि मार्च कर रही है। बिल्कुल कर्फ्यू सा नजारा है। देख सकते हैं कि आसपास के जो दुकान हैं सभी बंद हैं। स्थिति जो है तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। एक युवक के मौत के बाद 2 लोग जख्मी हुए हैं। 62 लोग की गिरफ्तारी हो चुकी है। धारा 144 पूरे नालंदा जिले में लगा हुआ है।
The BJP Shiv Sena Savarkar Gaurav Yatra has already been commenced, and we can see the Chief Minister of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde who has been present in the same yatra, and this is against the statement of Rahul Gandhi. We remember in the last press conference where Rahul Gandhi has stated that he is Gandhi and not Savarkar, and Gandhi never apologized. Right after which we saw there was a press conference that was called in by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis clearly condemning the statement of Rahul Gandhi, and there they have announced that there will be a Savarkar Gaurav Yatra across Maharashtra. So it has been started from today. It will go on till 8th of April. Troubled with the words that they've used, Mr. Something. Are you troubled with the words? I'm asking.
And that is Christian Michel. First visual on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, would you give facts to India? That's Chidambaram right now. He's been because it was a case, I believe, that was closed by the police itself. They're trying to stop us.
NIA की टीम बाजी को लेकर यहाँ पहुंची है क्योंकि एविडेंसेस डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए थे इसी
200 to 300 supporters are gathered here at They're trying to stop.
All right, we're getting in the first MEA response on China's provocation. The statement reads, and I quote, "We have seen such reports, and this is not the first time China has made such an attempt. We reject this outright. Arunachal Pradesh has been, and will always be an integral and inalienable part of India. Attempts to assign invented names will not alter this reality," unquote. That is the latest we're getting in. Remember, we know how last evening China was at it again, provoking, and we saw how China had renamed several parts of, we had announced new names for 11 sports and had a new name for Arunachal Pradesh as well. But now the MEA, the External Affairs Ministry of India, has hit back. In fact, Union Minister Anurag Thakur has hit out, and now India is, of course, is hitting back on China, as Congress, of course, remains a publicist for China and for Chinese officials. But we do know that the MEA has now answered back and had a scathing attack, and they have reiterated that Arunachal will and it will remain a part of India, an integral and inalienable part of India. That is the latest we are getting in. Remember, the Vadra Congress has continued to amplify its China narrative, but India has hit back at China yet again. Let's take a reaction and the MEA's reaction as well.
मोदी सरकार की एक और कलंक गाथा भारत के सम्मान के लिए। लज्जाजनक दिवस है मोदी सरकार पर। 11 नाम अरुणाचल के, जहां से कानून मंत्री आते हैं, जो कानून को छोड़ के हर राय दे देते हैं। अरुणाचल, वहां नाम बदलकर चीन चाइनीज नेम कर दिए गए हैं। गांव के नाम है, नदियों के नाम है, पहाड़ों के नाम है। एक तरह से उसने भौगोलिक रूप से अपनी धृष्टता चीन ने जाहिर कर दी है। अरुणाचल पर नाम बदलकर कब्जे का उद्घोष किया है। और हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी अपनी फ्रंटल एजेंसियों की तरह इस्तेमाल होने वाले केंद्रीय एजेंसियों का गुणगान करने में लगे हुए हैं। अरे भारत की चिंता करिए प्रधानमंत्री जी, इसकी एकता अखंडता की रक्षा जो हमारे जवान प्राणों की आहुति देके करते हैं। आपकी कमजोर कूटनीतिक नीति के कारण, विदेश नीति के कारण हमारी संप्रभुता पर राजनीतिक रूप से चोट की गई और आप चीन के सामने मुंह खोलने में डरते हैं। अरे आप यहां अडानी को बचाने में लगे हैं और वहां देश की सीमाओं पर जिस तरह से देश की सीमा के अंदर घुसकर अरुणाचल जो हमारा अभिन्न अंग है उस पर चीन नामकरण करे अपनी चीनी भाषा।
All the border villages, whether it is Arunachal Pradesh, central region or even in the Ladakh, and they will stop our nomads from going and using the grazing grounds which are basically in Indian territory. The recent efforts what China has done is renaming many villages in Arunachal and showing them as Chinese territory. They are all their things towards salami slicing, and later on they'll lay claim to this and say that these villages were basically in their own territory, and that is why they've named them and start development works over there. The only way to counter China is to ensure and reduce India's trade deficit with it. We have been importing all sorts of things from China which are totally unnecessarily at the cost of our own manufacturing units. It is high time now that the government steps in and ensures that only essential items are imported from China, so that we do not provide China the money to carry on with its military activities or its other activities which are proactive and provocative to India.
All right. Time for a short break right now, but lots more on the other side. BJP is all set to meet the governor of West Bengal at 3 p.m. Demands centers in intervention in Bengal. An NIA team in Kannur to investigate Kerala attack. Suspect detained from Uttar Pradesh. Lots more on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
रामनवमी जुलूस में उपद्रव के बाद नालंदा जिले में अभी भी स्थिति तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। हमारे साथ ये देखिए ये महिला बटालियन है जो कि मार्च कर रही है। बिल्कुल कर्फ्यू सा नजारा है। देख सकते हैं कि आसपास के जो दुकान हैं सभी बंद हैं। स्थिति जो है तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। एक युवक के मौत के बाद 2 लोग जख्मी हुए हैं। 62 लोग की गिरफ्तारी हो चुकी है। धारा 144 पूरे नालंदा जिले में लगा हुआ है।
The BJP Shiv Sena Savarkar Gaurav Yatra has already been commenced, and we can see the Chief Minister of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde who has been present in the same yatra, and this is against the statement of Rahul Gandhi. We remember in the last press conference where Rahul Gandhi has stated that he is Gandhi and not Savarkar, and Gandhi never apologized. Right after which we saw there was a press conference that was called in by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, clearly condemning the statement of Rahul Gandhi, and there they have announced that there will be a Savarkar Gaurav Yatra across Maharashtra. So it has been started from today. It will go on till 8th of April.
Troubled with the words that they've used, Mr. Something. Are you troubled with the words? I'm asking.
And that is Christian Michel. First visual on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, would you give facts to India? Chidambaram has been arrested right now. That's me, Chidambaram right now. On there it is. He's been arrested. Because it was a case I believe that was closed by the police itself. They're trying to stop us.
NIA की टीम बाजे को लेकर यहाँ पहुंची है क्योंकि एविडेंसेस डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए थे इसी
200 to 300 supporters are gathered here at Hooghly. They're trying to stop. Today the whole nation is looking at you. What exactly are your thoughts? Why must
रामनवमी जुलूस में उपद्रव के बाद नालंदा जिले में अभी भी स्थिति तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। हमारे साथ ये देखिए ये महिला बटालियन है जो कि मार्च कर रही है। बिल्कुल कर्फ्यू सा नजारा है। देख सकते हैं कि आसपास के जो दुकान हैं सभी बंद हैं। स्थिति जो है तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। एक युवक के मौत के बाद 2 लोग जख्मी हुए हैं। 62 लोग की गिरफ्तारी हो चुकी है। धारा 144 पूरे नालंदा जिले में लगा हुआ है।
The BJP Shiv Sena Savarkar Gaurav Yatra has already been commenced, and we can see the Chief Minister of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde who has been present in the same yatra, and this is against the statement of
মারা হচ্ছে, পাথর মারা হচ্ছে,
চুপচাপ বসে থাকবো?
গেট আগুন দিয়ে পুড়িয়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে। চলছে কি এখানে?
আপনারা যদি কালকে সক্রিয় থাকতেন তাহলে আজকে আমাদের প্রয়োজনই পড়তো না। আমরা তো কালকে আবেদন করেছি। 6টার সময় মাননীয় রাজ্য সভাপতি প্রেস করে বললেন যদি আগামী দিনে যদি রাত্রে শান্ত থাকে আমরা করব না, অশান্তি হয় তাহলে আমরা ধর্নায় বসবো, এটাই বলা ছিল প্রেসে।
একদম এটা বলা ছিল এবং আপনারা শান্তি
আমরা তো
করতে
আসতে চাইনি, শান্তি আপনারা করতে পারেননি, আপনারা বিফল আছেন, সেই জন্য আমরা আসতে চাইছি। একদম ক্লিয়ার।
আপনারা উল্টো এসকালেট করে দিয়েছেন পুরো ব্যাপারটাকে।
ছোট ছিল বড় করেছেন।
ট্রেন থেমে গেল, এটা সম্ভব? এটা ভারতের সংবিধানকে চ্যালেঞ্জ করা হচ্ছে। এটা ট্রেন থেমে যাচ্ছে স্টেশনের মধ্যে, আপনারা ওখানে 144 ইম্পোজ করতে পারছেন না। এখানে 2 জন সাংসদকে আটকাতে চলে এসেছেন। আপনাদের যদি ফোর্স লাগে ওখানে গিয়ে দাঁড় করিয়ে দিন।
এই শক্তিটা যদি আপনারা রাত্রে দেখাতেন তাহলে এই ঘটনাটাই ঘটতো না। আর আমাদেরকেও নিজের অন্য কাজ করতে হবে, অনেক কাজ আছে। এই শক্তিটা রাত্রে কেন দেখালেন না আপনারা?
আপনি চলুন, যতদূর 144 আছে চলুন, ততদূর অব্দি চলুন, হেঁটে হেঁটে যাবো। চলুন, 2 জন আছে।
144 যদি ভেঙে দিই আপনার যা কারবাই করার করবেন আপনি, আপনাকে তো রাইট আছে আপনার কি ভাই। আমরা যদি 5 জনের বেশি কেউ নিয়ে যায় তো আপনার যা অ্যাকশন নেওয়ার বাকি যাদেরকে ধরছেন সেরকম আপনি করবেন, কোনো অসুবিধা নাই। কিন্তু আপনি গায়ের জোর দেখাতে পারেন না এখানে। এই অবধি যদি আপনার 144 আছে তাহলে বের করুন।
এই কাগজ দেখান যে এখানে 144 আছে, নাহলে আমি আপনার বিরুদ্ধে প্রিভিলেজে কমপ্লেইন করতে বাধ্য হব।
Section 144 has been imposed here.
Tranquility and public order maintain করার জন্য ধারা 144 লাগানো হয়েছে স্যার। এটা আছে কপি স্যার।
এই এরিয়াটা দেখান, এরিয়াটা দেখান।
যে এরিয়াতে 144 আছে এটা দেখান।
আছে।
Can you show us the area where 144 section has been imposed? Can you point out the area? Sukanta Majumdar is asking.
2% Assembly more than 5 people, এটাই তো বোঝাই। তাহলে আইন সংশোধন করুন না। 144 ধারাতে কি বলছে সিংহবাবু?
পার্লামেন্টে আপনারা বানান। আইনটা কে বানায়?
আমরা আইন বানাই পার্লামেন্টে। We are only making the laws in parliament. We are only making laws in parliament, but
আইন আমরা
only 2 people want to enter the area, but you are not letting us enter.
আপনি ধরবেন, যা ইচ্ছা তা করুন। আরে ফাঁসি ঝুলান না, বিধায়কদেরকে তো ফাঁসি ঝুলিয়ে দিয়েছেন।
More than 5 people goes to that area, you can stop us, but only 2 of us are trying to enter. Why you are stopping us?
কারণ কি সেটা বলুন।
Jyotirmoy Mahato is asking the police why they are trying to stop the BJP delegation.
जाने से ही लोकल गैदरिंग हो जाएगा सर।
हम क्यों रोक रहे हैं? हम किसी को तो बुलाए नहीं है।
आप वहाँ पे रोकिए ना, आपके पास लॉ एंड ऑर्डर मेंटेन करने के लिए आपके पास लॉ है, उसको इम्पोज कीजिए।
पुलिस फोर्स है, आप रोकिए।
पुलिस फोर्स
तो नहीं रोक सकते हैं। कैसे किस आधार पर रोक सकते हैं 2 आदमी को? हम तो कोई आदमी लेके नहीं आए हैं, हम लोग 2 आदमी हैं और आप सीधा सीधा ये कर रहे हैं। आदमी मरेगा, आप लोग मरने के लिए छोड़ देंगे और हम लोग चुपचाप बैठे रहेंगे? हम लोग का भी जवाबदेही है जनता के प्रति। ऐसा नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं चलता है। আর ऐसा चलता है तो कल रात
আপনারা পারেন না করতে। 1 নম্বর কথা হচ্ছে 144 দ্বারা এখানে ইম্পোজ নেই। নাম্বার 2, এখানে আমরা মাত্র 2 জন সাংসদ আছি, জনপ্রতিনিধি হিসেবে আমাদের কোন জায়গায় ডিস্টার্ব হচ্ছে সেখানে যাওয়ার অধিকার আছে আইন মেনে। আমরা আইন মানছি। 5 জনের বেশি অ্যাসেম্বলি আমরা করি। আমরা 2 জন সাংসদ শুধু এসেছি। আপনারা আমাদেরকে ওখানে যেতে দিতে বাধ্য, আপনারা আটকাতে পারেন না। আপনাদের কাছে
you cannot stop us from going there.
আপনাদেরকে আমাদেরকে
we have the right to visit that area.
কোন আইন বলে আটকাচ্ছে সেটা আপনাকে বলে আপনি নিয়ে চলুন না, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই।
which law tells you to stop us? Can you tell me which law?
আপনার সঙ্গে চলুন।
Sukanta Majumdar is asking the police.
आप कहाँ जाना चाहते हैं?
जहाँ पे हमारे लोग मार खाए हैं वहाँ जाना चाहते हैं।
उन लोगों का
परिवार के साथ मिलना चाहते हैं। अब लेके चलिए, वहाँ जाएंगे।
10-15 कार्यकर्ता कल तो ही चाह रहे थे हम लोग कि जो जिन लोग कार्यकर्ता लोग मार खाया है रामनवमी के जुलूस में उन लोग के घर जाएंगे, मिलेंगे। आज उसके खिलाफ धरना था, आप लोग हटा दिए। ऐसा नहीं चलता है।
2 आदमी ही मिलेंगे, बाकी नहीं, कोई नहीं जाएगा। चलिए आप मिलाइए उनसे।
नहीं सर, वहाँ पे लोकल गैदरिंग होने का चांस है सर, वायलेट हो जाएगा 144। ठीक नहीं रहेगा।
हम लेने वाले नहीं है ना, इसको आपको लेना पड़ेगा, आप पुलिस अफसर है।
लोकल गैदरिंग तो हर समय हो रहा है। कल हमारे काउंसिलर का कार्यालय तोड़ दिया 144 के अंदर।
कहाँ गए थे?
10 नंबर वार्ड में। तो कैसे हुआ?
100 आदमी जाके वहाँ तोड़फोड़ किया और कंटिन्यू रात को 13 नंबर वार्ड में कम से कम हुड़दुंग मचाने वाला 100 आदमी घुसा था, पथराव किया, लोगों का घर घुसा। उस टाइम कहाँ थे? हमारे हाथ में कुछ दिख रहे हैं क्या? आप लोग को लगता है तो सर्च कर सकते हैं कि भाई आपको लोग कुछ लेके जा रहे हैं।
चलिए चलुन
हम बात करते हैं सर।
आप बात करिए।
এবং এই মুহূর্তে সুকান্ত মজুমদার, জ্যোতির্ময় সিং মাহাতো তারা শ্রীরামপুরের উদ্দেশ্যে রওনা দিয়েছিলেন এবং যদিও যাওয়ার আগে যেখানে 144 ধারা জারি নেই সেখানে তাদেরকে বাধা দেওয়া হয়।
telling the police that you cannot stop us from entering that area because only 2 of us are trying to enter there, even if section 144
কংগ্রেসের নেতাদের নির্দেশে কাজ করছে। নাহলে এটা হয় কোনো না, আমাদের কথা ছেড়ে দিন। রাজ্যপাল মহামহিম রাজ্যপাল যাচ্ছেন, তার সাথে গণতন্ত্রের চতুর্থ স্তম্ভ মিডিয়াকে অ্যালাউ করা হচ্ছে না। কি লুকোনোর চেষ্টা করছে এরা? বিরাট কিছু একটা ঘটে গেছে যেটা সবাই জানতে পারলে মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়ের মুশকিল হয়ে যাবে। পুলিশ তো মমতা
যেখানে স্পষ্টত বলা হয়েছে যে 5 জনের বেশি অ্যাসেম্বলি করা যাবে না। সাংসদ এখানে দেখতে পাচ্ছি রয়েছেন, আপনারা যেটা বলছিলেন পুলিশকে দুজন
5 people cannot enter or assemble.
সেই রহস্যকে ক্ষমা দেওয়ার জন্য, লুকোনোর জন্য
জ্যোতির্ময় সিং মাহাতো is saying that there is some other mystery inside. That's why to stop that from leaking outside, stop that information, they are not letting us enter.
কিন্তু শুধুমাত্র কালকে আমরা লাইভ টিভিতে কিংবা মোবাইলের মাধ্যমে 10% দেখেছি।
Yesterday we saw in live TV on phone what is happening.
ভেতরে ঘটনা ঘটছে,
but there is more to it. There is more information. There is more information that the government is trying to hide. That's why they are not letting us enter.
মারা হচ্ছে, পুরো আতঙ্কে আছে হিন্দু সমাজ পুরো। এটা কারা করছে, কে করছে?
Hindus are being arrested, beaten by the police. They are scared.
অংশ মনে পড়ছে, ভায়োলেন্স 144 ধারা জারি ছিল, তারপরেও সোমবার রাতের যে ঘটনা,
the reporter is asking even if section 140, even when section 144 was imposed yesterday night, how the violence happened.
144 ধারা থাকার পরেও
Sukanta Majumdar is saying that even after section 144 imposition, that whole area was
তাদের কাজ ছিল ওখানে গিয়ে ল এন্ড অর্ডার মেইনটেইন করা। ওখানে ল এন্ড অর্ডার মেইনটেইন
there was stone pelting.
ইচ্ছে করে এখানে
police work is to maintain law and order, but that's not happening. But they are stopping us instead from going inside.
chaos সৃষ্টি হতে পারে।
देखिए
reporter is asking that the police is saying that if you go there there'll be chaos inside. What will you say?
কথা বলবেন তৃণমূলের নেতারা ওনাদেরকে এখন বুদ্ধি দেবেন।
Sukanta Majumdar is saying that the TMC is guiding the police.
কল্যাণ বাবু বড় উকিল,
Kollan Banerjee, TMC MLA, he entered that area. How did he enter? Actually, the police will ask Kollan Banerjee whether whom to let, whom will they allow inside and whom will they not.
একটি জায়গায় দেখুন জনবিহীন একটি জায়গায় সেখানে ইচ্ছে করে
they are stopping us in an area which is empty.
জল না পাই, খাবার দাবার না পাই এবং এরকম
They
একটা
are
জায়গার
stopping us here because they want us to be thirsty without water, without food. That's why they are stopping us here in a place where there is no one, no shop.
देखिए पुलिस पूरी तरीके से जबरदस्ती कर रही है क्योंकि 144 कहता है कि आप 5 आदमी से ज्यादा असेंबल नहीं कर सकते। हम यहाँ पे 2 सांसद हैं, सिर्फ 2 आदमी, वो भी सांसद। हम पुलिस को ये भी बोल रहे हैं कि अगर आपको लगता है कि हम कुछ लेके जा रहे हैं तो आप सार्च भी कर सकते हैं। अब देखिए लेकिन पुलिस पूरी तरीके से खुद लॉ ब्रेक कर रही है। 2 आदमी जाने से वो रोक नहीं सकती, उनके पास कोई ऐसा लॉ नहीं है और वो खुद ऐसा लॉ बना रही है। जो काम संसद का है, जो काम विधानसभा का है, वो रास्ते पे पुलिस कर रही है।
जाने की कोशिश करेंगे या यहीं धरना देंगे या राज्यपाल?
हम जाने की कोशिश करेंगे और राज्यपाल जी से यानी महामहिम गवर्नर साहब से भी मिलेंगे।
সুকান্ত দা, আমার মনে পড়ছে এর আগে আপনাদের রাজ্য সভাপতি দিলীপ ঘোষ তিনিও একাধিক ক্ষেত্রে গিয়ে এইভাবে বাধার মুখে পড়েছিলেন। আপনারা একাধিক জায়গায়
reporter Bhaskar is asking that Dilip Ghosh was also stopped several times from entering violent hit areas.
অনেক ক্ষেত্রে নেগলেক্ট
the police
আরো একবার কি সেই কথাটা বলবেন?
The allegation is that police always stops the opposition from entering such areas. Sukanta Majumdar is saying that Trinamool Congress leaders are roaming around in these areas in spite of section 144.
আমি কালকে বলেছিলাম সেই পাথরই রাত্রিবেলা ছোড়া হয়েছে। তার মানে আমি যেটা
The
বলছি
TMC
খবর আছে
workers are
সেটা সত্যি।
throwing
আমার
stones
কাছে
that
যদি
I
খবর
told
আছে,
you
আমি তো সাধারণ
yesterday.
মানুষ, তাহলে সিআইডির কাছে সেই খবর নেই
If such information comes to a simple person like me, why the CID officers and intelligence of the state are not getting such information?
মুখ্যমন্ত্রী বলছেন আপনারা করছেন ভায়োলেন্স, আপনারা
Republic reporter Bhaskar is saying the chief minister said that BJP is doing violence. Shukanta Majumdar is answering that I am telling the chief minister that the son of your councillor, TMC councillor, he is doing violence in this particular area. He is throwing stones. There is proof with me. If they are stopping us, we will sit here for dharna.
আমাদের মঞ্চ খুলে নিয়েছে, মঞ্চ খুলে নিয়েছে, এই
They have opened our stage, dismantled our stage.
যে কোনো ভাবে
The police is trying to stop all democratic protests and the Trinamool Congress government doesn't believe in democracy, so they are stopping from stopping us. So this is what the visuals are, live visuals of Shukanta Majumdar being stopped from entering Risihra, the violence hit areas. However, Shukanta Majumdar is saying that only me and another person, Jyotirmoy Singh Mahato, two of the lawmakers, two of the MPs, they were trying to enter that area. Police is saying there's section 144 in that area. However, Shukanta Majumdar clearly pointed out that there is no law that two persons cannot go inside such area.
শুনুন, এখানে পশ্চিম বাংলাতে
Jyotirmoy Singh Mahato, BJP MP is speaking.
That this violence has taken place in a procession, and that procession permission was given by the state government of that respective state. So the responsibility lies at the organizers of the procession and also at the doorstep of the state government, because it is the failure of the respective state governments that they had failed in discharging their duty of stopping the violence. And secondly, it is the pre-planned conspiracy of the people who have indulged in violence. So the responsibility lies at both the people. Failure of the state governments, whether it is the West Bengal government, whether it is the Bihar government, and whether it is the mob lynching in Karnataka of Idris Pasha, or in Vadodara also. What was the government doing? In Bihar, in 2016, same communal violence had taken place. Everyone knows that Nalanda is a very communally sensitive area. It is also the home district of the Chief Minister of Bihar. It is a complete failure of the Nitish Tejasvi RJD government that despite having IB reports that a violence can take place, you had completely failed in stopping this violence. Because of their failure, and 100-year-old Madrasa Azizia has been completely burned. More than 4,000 books, including...
So the AIMIM chief speaking there on the violence that has been witnessed in states including Bihar and West Bengal, taking a dig at the Bihar government, saying that the Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has failed to control the situation. And remember, this is in fact the incident which happened in Nalanda, which is also the home turf of the Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. On that note, let's once again listen into what Shukanta Majumdar is saying right now, just very near to Risihra.
কথা বলে তাদের প্রতিক্রিয়াও শোনাবো, এবং সঞ্জয় যে ছবিটা দেখাচ্ছে বারবার
All right, we continue to track all the latest from Bihar. The visuals there on your screens which show the situation as of now. Remember, just a short while back, the Bengal governor also visited the violent site Risihra. This, of course, after late last night, we saw how stones were also pelted at this particular railway station in Risihra area of Hooghly. Meanwhile, we're given to understand that the BJP's West Bengal chief, Shukanta Majumdar, has been stopped from reaching the violence location, Risihra in this case. He's questioning the TMC government in Bengal, saying that why is he being stopped from visiting the location. Remember, he's being told that section 144 has been clamped in the area, which is why he's being stopped from reaching that violence hit location in Risihra of Hooghly. Remember, clashes were also reported in Risihra on Sunday evening during Ram Navami procession.
This is border. দিস ইজ বর্ডার। স্যার এই মুহূর্তে যেখানে এমপিরা দাঁড়িয়ে রয়েছেন সেটা কি 144 এর মধ্যে পড়ছে? এবং অবশ্যই 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 আরো একবার প্রতিক্রিয়াগুলো শোনানোর চেষ্টা করবো। তিনি রয়েছেন।
Voters are trying to ask the police officials present there that whether that particular area where they are standing, where Shukanta Majumdar is standing now, is also under section 144. That's what our reporter Bhaskar is asking the police officials. So we are seeing that Shukanta Majumdar has been stopped from entering the violence hit areas just before the place where section 144 was imposed. Shukanta Majumdar was asking very specifically to the police department.
চন্দননগর পুলিশ কমিশনারের তরফ থেকে দেওয়া হচ্ছে যে বার্তা, চন্দননগর পুলিশ কমিশনারের তরফ থেকে দেওয়া হচ্ছে, আমি আমার ভিডিও জার্নালিস্ট সঞ্জয়কে বলবো, সঞ্জয় আরো একবার ছবিটা দেখো। সুকান্ত মজুমদার
So the Chandanagar Police Commissionerate has stopped Shukanta Majumdar from entering that area.
কিন্তু অবশ্যই আরো একবার প্রতিক্রিয়া নেওয়ার চেষ্টা করবো এবং অবশ্যই
and Shukanta Majumdar is saying that only two of the MPs, him and Jyotirmoy Singh Mahato, they were requesting to enter that area because they believe that there are BJP workers inside that violence hit areas who need help. Therefore, Shukanta Majumdar is specifically saying that why we both of us are not allowed to enter, where the law says that more than 5 people cannot.
পুলিশ নিজে নিয়ম মানছে না, এখানে 144 নেই, তবু আমাদেরকে এখানে আটকে দেওয়া হলো।
So Shukanta Majumdar is saying the police themselves are not following the law because in this particular area where I'm standing, there is no section 144, but we are stopped. Why?
আমি জানি না পুলিশ কেমন।
Before I came here, the area of 144 was increased.
যে এরিয়া 5টা ওয়ার্ড 10টা ওয়ার্ড ধরুন আপনার 144 ধারা ছিল, আজকে সেটা বেড়ে গেল।
There were 10 wards where 144 section 144 was imposed.
পরিস্থিতি ভালো করতে পারেনি।
But right now they have increased it. The police could not improve the situation, but they are trying to stop us, and in order to stop us, they are increasing section 140.
তাহলে পুলিশকে 144 ধারা জারি বাড়াতে হতো নাকি এরিয়া? কালকে তো ট্রেন আটকে গেছিল।
If the police could control the violence after imposing section 144, then why did they have to increase the area of such imposition? The police doesn't have anything to say. They don't have spinal cord. They are being controlled.
পর্যন্ত পশ্চিমবঙ্গের উন্নতি হবে না। তিনি তার ওই চেহারা নিয়ে থাকুক, অন্য কোথাও গিয়ে বসে থাকুক, কাজে এই ডিজিকে ইমিডিয়েট সরানো দরকার।
রাজনৈতিক দলের একাংশ মনে করছে যেভাবে রাজ্যপাল নিজে পরিস্থিতি খতিয়ে দেখতে এলেন, রাজ্য প্রশাসনের ওপর তার খুব একটা হয়তো আস্থা নেই, তাই নিজে তিনি খতিয়ে দেখতে।
ধন্যবাদ জানাবো তাকে যে তাকে ব্যক্তিগতভাবে এলাকাতে যাবার জন্য তিনি সেই আবেদন।
Shukanta Majumdar is saying I personally requested the governor multiple times that he visit the area, and he is doing so right now. Kindly.
তার সাথে ক্যামেরাম্যান অর্থাৎ আপনাদেরকে সাংবাদিকদেরকে যেতে দেওয়া হয়নি।
The media team that was following him was stopped.
যাক বোধোদয় হয়েছে, বিলম্বিত বোধোদয় হয়েছে।
Later on they were allowed to go along with
যাবি বাবা ছেড়ে দে, এখন ছেড়ে দিয়েছে। বাস্তবিক পরিস্থিতি বাংলার মানুষের সামনে আসুক। আমরা এখনই এক সাংবাদিক বন্ধুর কাছে খবর পেলাম যে শিব মন্দির ভেঙে দেওয়া হয়েছে, তার পাশের
the real picture of West Bengal should come out to the world, and right now I'm getting news from my friend that a Shiv temple has been broken inside that area.
হয়েছিল, এখন কাশ্মীর হতে চলেছে পশ্চিমবঙ্গ।
Such incidents happened in Kashmir during the 1990s. Now it's happening in West Bengal.
কিন্তু এটাও তো আপনাদের বিরুদ্ধে অভিযোগ তুলছে রাজ্যের শাসক দল বা রাজ্যের মুখ্যমন্ত্রী যে আপনারা।
Reporter Bhaskar is asking question. Our reporter, Republic TV reporter Bhaskar is asking that the chief minister is alleging that you are creating violence. BJP is creating violence.
তার মধ্যে কতজন বহিরাগত কোথা থেকে গ্রেফতার কোথাকার ছবি হিন্দু পরিষদ দেখিয়ে দিয়েছে যে ভাইপো মিথ্যে ছবি, কয়লা ভাইপো মিথ্যে ছবি পোস্ট করেছে। আর যে ছেলেটি মার খেয়ে যার হাত কেটে গোলাপ জল দিয়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে,
one arrest was made today. And police is alleging he's from BJP, Vishnu Hindu Parishad. Shukanta Majumdar is saying that probably that's a fake image, fake person.
ওখানকার ছেলে বাকখাল বলে একটা জায়গা আছে, সেখানকার ছেলে ছোট্ট একটা চায়ের দোকানের মালিক, সেইভাবে গরিব মানুষকে এসসি সম্প্রদায়ের
owner of a tea stall and he's poor but he's being oppressed by the TMC government with fake allegations.
বেরিয়ে আসার পর তাকেই আবার কেস না দেওয়া হয়। তার মাথা পেটেছে, হাত কেটে দিয়ে হয়েছে এবং জোর করে ধরে নিয়ে গিয়ে তারপরে এখন
The ones who have been injured, they are taken under arrest. The ones who have broken heads.
ইস্যু সামনে আসছিল, কোথাও কি হিংসার ঘটনাগুলো,
Republic TV reporter Bhaskar is asking Sukanta Mojumdar, is it that
আবার দুদিন পর করোনা কেউ ধরা পড়বে?
Is it that in order to take away the focus from all the scams and corruption, such incidents have been planned? Sukanta Mojumdar is saying that actually the state government, especially Abhishek Banerjee, is trying to save himself. Wait for some time and all of them will be taken into account. Whoever has done some scam.
পুলিশ দেখাতে পারছে না 144 ধারা আছে, ওইখানে আছে।
Sukanta Mojumdar is saying wherever I am standing there is no section 144 here. Why are they stopping us here? The police cannot show us that whether this particular area is under section 144.
মানে এই ব্যারিকেড গুলো যদি স্টেশনের পাশে থাকতো না, দুন এক্সপ্রেসকে পশ্চিমবঙ্গের বুকে দাঁড়িয়ে থাকতে হতো না। দুন এক্সপ্রেসে তো অন্য রাজ্যের অধিবাসীরা ছিলেন, তাদের সম্মানটা কোথায় গেল? দাঙ্গার জন্য রেয়ার অকেশন, আজকে এই পুলিশের অপদার্থতার জন্য এটা ঘটছে, পুলিশ মন্ত্রীর অপদার্থতার জন্য এটা ঘটছে।
This is very rare in West Bengal that such violence
দাঙ্গা করেছে
happens, but this is the failure of the police minister Mamata Banerjee.
আমরা যাওয়ার চেষ্টা করব।
Sukanta Mojumdar is saying that I will try to go there even if the police stops me.
দেখুন, আমরা পুলিশের সাথে কথা বলে যাওয়ার চেষ্টা করছি।
We are talking to the police and we are trying to go to that area. If the police allows us to enter, if the police allows us to enter, then we will go. Otherwise, we will think of alternate ways.
धारा 144 का ऑर्डर है सर। ये गार्ड रेल लगाया है, इस पीछे लगा है, ये बॉर्डरिंग पॉइंट है सर। वहाँ पे जाने से ही वायलेट हो जा रहा है। 144 प्रिवेंटिव मेजर है,
2 आदमी है
सर, प्रिवेंटिव मेजर है, इसलिए
रात को 144 उधर नहीं था क्या? था ना कल रात को? था ना कल रात को? नहीं था, अभी सुबह लगा है कि रात को था रिसड़ा में?
वीडियो अच्छा, आप मुझे बताइए, क्या नाम बताइए आपका? आप बताइए मुझे, दुआरे सरकार कैसे चल रहा है 144 में?
करने के लिए
वो तो सही है, लेकिन आपको तो जवाब देना है ना। आप सामने आए हैं, आपको आपका अधिकारी लोग भेजे हैं, उनसे पूछ के आइए दुआरे सरकार कैसे चल रहा है। दुआरे सरकार কিভাবে চলছে? 144 ধারার মধ্যে যদি দুয়ারে চলে, আমাদের কাছে ভিডিও আছে।
How the Duare Sarkar campaign is running in this area is section 144.
It is not a administrative decision. আপনারা পলিটিক্যাল প্রেসারে এই 144 ধারা লাগিয়েছেন। আপনারা যদি
Sukanta Mojumdar is saying to the police that under political pressure you have imposed this section 144. If there is section 144, how the state government?
All right, we continue to track all the developments in West Bengal. For now, the latest is that Sukanta Mojumdar is trying his best to reach the clash site, whereas he's being stopped there by the police officials. The latter maintained that section 144 has been imposed, as a result of which he will not be allowed to reach the clash site in Bengal. All right, in news that's just coming in on an incident which has been reported from Maharashtra. It's a Palghar lynching rerun which seems to have been averted. Lynching that has been averted in Maharashtra's Palghar. We are yet to get more details, but it's BJP Shiv Sena government ensuring timely action, as a result of which the Palghar incident rerun has been averted in Maharashtra's Palghar. All right, so these are the details just trickling in of a Palghar incident that seems a Palghar rerun incident that has been averted in Maharashtra, and this as a result of a swift and timely action by the Maharashtra government. The incident again has been reported from Maharashtra's Palghar, where the Maharashtra government, the police ensured that the incident which happened way back in 2020 is not repeated again. A reaction that's also just come in. Let's listen in.
तो दोपहर को 11 बजे वानगांव पुलिस स्टेशन के एरिया में चंद्रनगर छोटा सा गांव है, वहां पे दो साधु भिक्षा मांगने के लिए आए थे, लेकिन वहां पे मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग हो गई और सबको लगा कि बच्चे किडनैप करने के लिए दो साधु आ गए और इसके तहत पूरे गांव इकट्ठा हो गए। लेकिन हमने पिछले 6 महीने से पूरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जनसंवाद अभियान के तहत हर गांव में एक कर्मचारी दिया है, जो हर रोज गांव वाले के साथ कांटेक्ट में रहेंगे। उनका कुछ भी रूमर्स होगा तो वहीं पे उसका जो भी फैसला है वो ले लेंगे। तो इसी के तहत एक नागरिक ने, जो सुजान नागरिक है, जो शांता प्रिय नागरिक है, उन्होंने पुलिस स्टेशन में फोन किया और उन्होंने बताया कि इस तरह की कुछ घटनाएं हो रही है। हमारे लोगों ने तत्काल रिस्पॉन्ड किया और वहां पे लोग गए। उसके बाद वो दोनों साधुओं को तहकीकात करने के बाद ये पता चला कि भिक्षा मांगने के लिए यहाँ पे आए थे। वो भिलाड़ में रहने वाले लोग हैं, नेटिव यवतमाल के हैं, लेकिन अभी भिलाड़ में रहते हैं और भिक्षा मांगने के लिए हर रोज अलग अलग गांव में जाते हैं। इनका कोई इरादा इस तरह का नहीं है। तो ये मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग दूर करने के बाद वहां पे शांतता प्रस्तावित करने में हम कामयाब हो गए। जैसा गढ़चिंचले में पिछले 2 साल पहले एक बड़ी घटना हुई थी, इसी टाइप की घटना रिपीट नहीं होनी चाहिए, इसलिए ये जनसंवाद अभियान पूरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में हुआ है। उसी के तहत ये बड़ी घटना को अंजाम देने से पहले हम टालने में सफल हो गए।
All right, so incident being reported from Maharashtra's Palghar. Let's go across to Alisha also for more details. Alisha, what do we know so far, and when exactly did this incident happen in Maharashtra's Palghar?
So this incident happened this morning is what we've been told, and according to the police, which clearly shows that the sadhu's lynching has been averted in Palghar this time, because police have been on alert since last 6 months. And about this incident, police, a local informer has informed about it, after which police reached to the spot, because the people from a village in Palghar has gathered as a mob to beaten up this sadhu, because sadhu was mistaken as child lifters. And as I mentioned that the police reached to the location and they saved the sadhu. They drove away the mob as well. And the police has been on alert since last 6 months, and even we heard Palghar SP Bayasab Patil, who clearly mentioned that they have been on the alert since the time this incident happened. So yes, the Palghar sadhu's mob lynching case this time has been averted by police.
All right, Alisha, thank you for those details. So that's the incident that's been reported from Maharashtra's Palghar. We are given to understand that the sadhus were saved by the police who drove away the mob. So this incident coming to light from Maharashtra's Palghar, a 2020 lynching case which we saw could have been a rerun in Palghar, but timely action by the Maharashtra police ensured that such an incident is not repeated in the same location. We slip into a very short break, but top stories to continue next. China renames Arunachal's villages. Congress amplifies China's narrative once again. And NIA team in Kannur to investigate the Kerala attack, suspect detained from Uttar Pradesh.
Troubled with the words that they've used, Mr. Something. Are you troubled with the words? I'm asking.
And that is Christian Michel. First visual on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, would you give facts to India? Yes. Right now. That's Chidambaram right now. He's been because it was a case, I believe, that was closed by the police itself. They're trying to stop us.
NIA की टीम बाजे को लेकर यहाँ पहुंची है, क्योंकि एविडेंसेस डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए थे। इसी नतीजे
200 to 300 supporters are gathered here. How they're trying to stop today. The whole nation. What exactly are your thoughts? Why must
रामनवमी जुलूस में उपद्रव के बाद नालंदा जिले में अभी भी स्थिति तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। हमारे साथ ये देखिए ये महिला बटालियन है जो कि मार्च कर रही है। बिल्कुल कर्फ्यू सा नजारा है। देख सकते हैं कि आसपास के जो दुकान हैं सभी बंद हैं। स्थिति जो है तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। एक युवक के मौत के बाद 2 लोग जख्मी हुए हैं। 62 लोग की गिरफ्तारी हो चुकी है। धारा 144 पूरे नालंदा जिले में लगा हुआ है।
The BJP Shiv Sena Savarkar Gaurav Yatra has already been commenced, and we can see the Chief Minister of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde who has been present in the same yatra, and this is against the statement of Rahul Gandhi. We remember in the last press conference where Rahul Gandhi has stated that he is Gandhi and not Savarkar, and Gandhi never apologized. Right after which we saw there was a press conference that was called in by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, clearly condemning the statement of Rahul Gandhi, and there they have announced that there will be a Savarkar Gaurav Yatra.
We will never allow the miscreants, the hooligans and the goons to take the law into their hands. The police will come down heavily on them.
The day after fresh stone pelting and unrest, Bengal governor visits violence-hit areas in Risihra, Hooghly.
पश्चिम बंगाल की मुख्यमंत्री ये कह देती हैं कि हिंदू इस इलाके में ना जाएं, तो क्या मुख्यमंत्री ही समाज को बांटने पर आ गई, क्षेत्र को बांटने पर आ गई? अपने आप में चिंता का विषय खड़ा हो जाए।
Political parties trade charges. Union Minister levels vote bank politics charge at Mamata Banerjee. Meet Governor at 3 p.m. demands centre's intervention in Bengal. China provokes again, renames Arunachal's villages. Congress amplifies China's narrative once again. NIA team in Kannur to investigate Kerala attack. Suspect detained from UP. And Trump campaign gets life as former US president arrives in New York for surrender. Viewers, we are live and breaking this Tuesday afternoon. I'm Shivangi Shukla, getting you the latest on India's #1 news network, Republic TV. Our first story is coming in where we are seeing that China has made another attempt to provoke India once again. And this time, China is trying to rename Arunachal Pradesh's villages and areas there once again for the third time in the past few years. The MEA has now hit back, viewers. The MEA has now hit back. And they have said very clearly that we reject this outright. That's what they're saying. Let me read the statement out of the MEA. The first response coming in on China's provocation is saying, we have seen such reports. This is not the first time China has made an attempt. We reject this outright. Arunachal Pradesh has been and will always be an integral and inalienable part of India. Attempts to assign invented names will not alter this reality. So we're getting this response coming in from the MEA. And viewers, what was interesting and shocking at the same time was that as China provoked again for the third time when it comes to renaming places in Arunachal Pradesh, we saw that the Vadra Congress has targeted the Prime Minister. Mallikarjun Kharge has tweeted and has said that the Prime Minister is giving clean chit to China. Well, that's what the Vadra Congress has said, criticizing the entire issue once again. Let's go straight to Abhishek Kapoor, a senior executive editor, who's joining us live. Abhishek, now we are seeing MEA making it very clear, and this has been India's stance all throughout, that we will not get intimidated by China's efforts, be it at the border, be it diplomatically, or be it's another attempt to rename places in Arunachal Pradesh. Abhishek.
Well, yes, Shivangi. So, this is an unfortunate position taken by the Congress party. Of course, it do the job of opposition, but the fact of the matter is that the response that the present dispensation has given to the Chinese over the last few years is qualitatively very different from what the Chinese were used to get into pushing and shoving with India. So, be it proactively working on intelligence to make sure that the Chinese are surprised if they make an attempt at salami slicing like they tried to do in Tawang in the month of December last year, along the lines of actual control or foxing them northern banks of Pangong So Lake. Obviously, this is a very different India. They have been dealing with so far in dealing some places in Arunachal is concerned. Time. The Chinese communist state claims Arunachal Pradesh as their territory. They call it South Tibet. But that does not mean Arunachal becomes a Chinese territory. Facts on the ground are different. Arunachal is an integral part of India, and that's something which has been reiterated by the Ministry of External Affairs, ticking off the Chinese today with the statement coming in from spokesperson Ananda Bose. But what is important is that the pictures, the Congress party, Shivangi, which has had an MOU with the Chinese communists, and these pictures speak for themselves. Xi Jinping is standing. So there's a Congress party demanding that the Prime Minister speak on something. On these matters, it's not necessarily that the Prime Minister speaks, it's the establishment, the security establishment, forces doing the talking. And the Chinese know what India is doing, what India is capable of, and how India has changed. So I think in that sense, the party politicizing a matter of security. And pictures clearly show the story was very different when the Congress was in power.
Right. Right, Abhishek. So Abhishek is getting us all the top details right now. And Abhishek, as our viewers are watching Republic TV, and we are also getting more updates about exactly what the Congress had said. And now, remember, during the Tawang face-off, after India successfully pushed back the Chinese troops, we saw that Rahul Gandhi had questioned our troops. And after that, Abhishek, we are seeing that today, Congress is directly targeting the Prime Minister, forgetting what happened in the past.
That's what I was saying, Shivangi, that when the Congress was in power and they were signing MOUs with the Chinese, and they were seen to be at a party also hosted by the Chinese ambassador in New Delhi. Those were different times, obviously, and the Congress party had a different yardstick now because they are in opposition. They think that they can sort of try to embarrass the government on something which is a matter of national security, which directly impinges upon India's territorial integrity. Typically, we have seen there has been bipartisan consensus when it comes to matters of national security and on China, on Pakistan. But that seems to be sort of Congress sort of trying to break from that bipartisan context. But I think Prime Minister obviously need not speak, and you Xi Jinping of these situations. We have seen Minister of External Affairs coming out with a statement. I don't think whatever the Chinese have done deserves any more attention or response beyond that very and direct comment or reaction coming in from the Ministry of External Affairs that this kind of renaming does not change facts on the ground. Arunachal is an integral part of India. This development comes on a day, remember, when His Holiness the Dalai Lama really slammed the Chinese communist state for its insensitivities. It comes on a day when on the ground, if you look at it, the business as usual. The minister of the country happens to be from Arunachal. He has tweeted that they are going to have a Khelo India Sansad, members of parliament of Arunachal and other states in the region having a Khelo India event among themselves. And we have had the chief minister of Arunachal Pradesh tweeting a picture of festivities of Lord Krishna and his
wife Rukmini, and it is mythologically believed that she belonged to Arunachal Pradesh. So those kind of ancient historical connect that exist between Arunachal and the Indian mainland, the Chinese obviously perhaps do not understand that. And as I said, it's not the Chinese targeting just one part of geography. The Chinese have been doing this with all their neighbors, be it in the East China Sea, be it with Japan, be it in the South China Sea, the 9-dash line with Philippines, Indonesia. Who really fights with a country like the Chinese are absolutely
Right. Right, Abhishek. Senior Executive Editor Abhishek Kapoor getting us all the top details right now, and we're seeing this development coming where China has tried to provoke India once again, but this time we're seeing the Vadra Congress go ahead and politicize the entire issue. MEA coming out with a strong statement saying we reject any attempt of China to provoke India. Many reactions coming in, viewers. Let's play them out.
मोदी सरकार की एक और कलंक गाथा भारत के सम्मान के लिए लज्जाजनक दिवस है मोदी सरकार पर। 11 नाम अरुणाचल के, जहां से कानून मंत्री आते हैं जो कानून को छोड़ के हर राय दे देते हैं। अरुणाचल, वहां नाम बदलकर चाइनीज नेम कर दिए गए। गांव के नाम है, नदियों के नाम है, पहाड़ों के नाम है। एक तरह से उसने भौगोलिक रूप से अपनी धृष्टता चीन ने जाहिर कर दी है। अरुणाचल पर नाम बदलकर कब्जे का उद्घोष किया है। और हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी अपनी फ्रंटल एजेंसियों की तरह इस्तेमाल होने वाले केंद्रीय एजेंसियों का गुणगान करने में लगे हुए हैं। अरे भारत की चिंता करिए प्रधानमंत्री जी, इसकी एकता अखंडता की रक्षा जो हमारे जवान प्राणों की आहुत देके करते हैं। आपकी कमजोर कूटनीतिक नीति के कारण, विदेश नीति के कारण हमारी संप्रभुता पर राजनीतिक रूप से चोट की गई और आप चीन के सामने मुंह खोलने में डरते हैं। अरे आप यहां अडानी को बचाने में लगे हैं और वहां देश की सीमाओं पर जिस तरह से देश की सीमा के अंदर घुसकर अरुणाचल जो हमारा अभिन्न अंग है उस पर चीन नामकरण करे अपनी चीनी भाषा में। मैं समझता हूं ये चिंताजनक, लज्जाजनक और आपकी सरकार के लिए एक कलंक भरा अध्याय शुरू हुआ है। मत कह दीजिएगा कुछ दिनों बाद न उसने नाम लिखा था, न पढ़ा मैंने, और न ही उसने कभी ऐसा किया था।
Udit sir, what you have to say on this entire issue, because it is the third time that China has tried to rename Arunachal Pradesh, where MEA first statement has also come out where MEA has clearly stated that they reject this move of China. Arunachal Pradesh is an integral part of the country, but on the other side, Congress senior leader Mallikarjun Kharge attacking Prime Minister Narendra Modi on this. What's your first reaction?
See, in June 2020, when Chinese army entered and killed our soldiers, and that was in our territory, Prime Minister lied to the country that nobody had entered, and that has emboldened China. And not only this thing, Prime Minister has not accepted that 2 villages have been set by or built by China in Arunachal Pradesh. So in all incursion matters, Prime Minister is not ready to even name China. So it is encouraging China to be aggressive, and that's why it has dared to name as Arunachal Pradesh. So it's a consequences. The Prime Minister, why is not speaking about the China. He had not even uttered the word China. Why is you afraid of him? Congress has lent support to him, and Congress has appealed to him that let all parties have a meeting. In all parties meeting also, after the meeting was over and everything has happened, and he says that nobody has entered the territory of India, whereas from finger 4 to finger 8, that area has been almost captured by them.
Do you also align with what Mallikarjun Kharge stated? Was it required to attack on Prime Minister Narendra Modi directly on this issue?
Exactly. It's a Prime Minister who sailed at China. It's a Prime Minister who denied that China has not entered the land of India, and that China, and he had never discussed about the built up of two villages in Arunachal Pradesh. So rather, who else is responsible? And of course, ministers are powerless and nobody is accountable. It's all, power is centralized. It's a Prime Minister who should answer. And as a head of the country, he should answer. In all capacity, he should answer. And that's why Kharge ji has asked that, of course, Prime Minister should come out on it, and of course, Prime Minister's stand has emboldened China.
All right, viewers. Right now we're seeing that the West Bengal governor has reached the SSKM hospital there in West Bengal. Getting those details coming in at this point of time, viewers. The West Bengal governor is reaching SSKM hospital in Kolkata to meet the injured in the Risihra Hooghly violence, and the violence which took place, the clashes which took place earlier today. The West Bengal governor was at the Hooghly district in Risihra, where he has taken stock of the situation. He has spoken to the police there. He's tried to understand what really transpired. But the big message coming in from the governor is that peace has to be maintained, law and order situation has to be maintained, and asking all the people of West Bengal to stand together as one people, as West Bengal is seeing clashes and some violence for the past few days. So right now we're seeing that the West Bengal governor reaching SSKM hospital in Kolkata to meet the injured of the Risihra Hooghly violence and clashes which had erupted a short while back. At the same time, we're seeing that the governor had to cut his North Bengal Darjeeling trip short, and he rushed to West Bengal. He came to Risihra, and that news was broken by Republic TV. From Republic Bangla newsroom, we broke that news that the West Bengal governor is rushing to Risihra now, after being in Risihra, after checking the situation there, taking stock of the situation there, also saying that peace has to be established in the state of West Bengal. He is now going to the SSKM hospital there in Kolkata to meet the injured viewers. Those visuals coming in right now. Remember that Section 144 has been imposed in various parts of West Bengal, especially in Risihra, after clashes were reported earlier in the day. The police also taking a lot of precautions there as well, viewers. At the same time, the BJP's Sukanto Majumdar is planning a sit-in dharna protest. They are trying to protest there, but the police have denied permission to them, as Sukanto Majumdar is questioning the law and order situation in West Bengal. So we're seeing multiple developments coming in right now, viewers, on Republic TV. Later on, BJP's Sukanto Majumdar will be meeting the governor. Now that will happen approximately around 3 p.m. That's what we have learned here on Republic TV. So viewers are getting those visuals coming in. The governor at the clash site earlier on the left hand of your screens, where he was accompanied by the security and the police personnel at the spot. And on the right-hand side, we see that after visiting Risihra, the West Bengal governor is now at the SSKM hospital in Kolkata to visit the injured. SSKM hospital in Kolkata to visit the injured, viewers. And those visuals coming in at this point of time. And West Bengal governor there speaking to the media, and has held 2 news briefings so far where he's mentioned that peace is the most important. Kishore is joining us. Kishore, take our viewers through what they're seeing on the screens right now. The governor taking initiative, the governor jumping into action after being in Risihra. Now you're seeing that he has reached the SSKM hospital in Kolkata. Kishore.
Well, exactly, Shivangi, what we are seeing in screen right now is at one hand when Governor reached Risihra, the violent side, he spoke to the police officials. In the left-hand side of the screen, viewers were watching live in the right-hand side when Governor entered SSKM hospital in Kolkata. He returned from the clash site, he returned from the violence site, and immediately he went to SSKM hospital in Kolkata where many injured members of that rally which was happening yesterday and day before yesterday, the violence hit areas, particular members of those rally and the people who are injured in general, many of them are being admitted, or they are admitted in the SSKM hospital trauma care center, and the governor is right now in the trauma care center. He's, according to our sources inside, he is talking to those injured victims who were present yesterday near the station, Risihra station, Hooghly, and day before yesterday when there was an attack on the BJP Ram Navami procession. He is talking to the injured members, victims, and he is trying to understand who exactly caused this violence. Previously, the governor very emphatically stated that I am analyzing the situation. Standing right at the violence hit location, standing right at the spot where violence was there, he was saying, he was speaking to the media that I am analyzing the situation and I'm trying to understand what happened. After that, I'll take care that the culprits are punished. That's what he said. Now, after saying that, he went and he right now is inside the SSKM hospital meeting the injured ones, the victims inside the hospital. He's talking to them, he's speaking to them, he's speaking to the doctors as well in order to understand their health condition. That's on one hand. And on the other hand, Shukanta Majumdar is right now blocked just before entering the violence hit areas. That's the present situation right now.
Right. Kishore, keep getting us all the top details right now. Right now, we're taking a very short break. Kishore getting us all the top details coming in from West Bengal. West Bengal governor is visiting the victims of the clashes, meeting the injured there in Kolkata. Taking a very short break. We continue getting the top updates on India's #1 news network, Republic. Viewers, much more coming up on the other side. NIA team in Kannur to investigate Kerala attack. Suspect detained from UP. Trump campaign gets life as former US president arrived in New York for surrender.
आप सभी देश के जन जन तक सही सूचनाएं पहुंचाने में अहम भूमिका निभा रहे हैं। जब नेशन फर्स्ट होता है तब हमारे संकल्प भी बड़े होते हैं और उनको सिद्ध करने के प्रयास भी व्यापक होते हैं।
प्रधानमंत्री जी, हमने भी ठान लिया है हमारा रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क भी अपने कदम और भी तेज करेगा।
মনে আছে এই যে চিত্ত মাইতি আজকে সিনিয়র লোকটা বসে আছে স্টেজে, যখন আমি নন্দীগ্রামে আসি সূর্যোদয়ের পর আমাকে রাস্তায় আটকে দিয়েছিল। আমি আনিসির বলে একটি ছেলে ছিল, সে এখন জেলে আছে। আমি তাকে বললাম তোর বাইক আছে? বলল হ্যাঁ, বাদ বাকিটা ওকে আর বলিনি। এবার আমাকে তমলুকে আসতেই হবে। তমলুক হাসপাতালে অনেকে ভর্তি ছিল এবং আমাকে নন্দীগ্রামে যেতে হবে।
হসপিটাল।
তার আগের দিন রাতে সুফিয়ান আমাকে ফোন করে বলে দিদি এই দেখুন বন্দুকের শব্দ শুনুন। কালী পূজার আগে
night previous to that, Sufyan called me and told me that there were sound of gun firings.
সুফিয়ানদের বাদ দিয়ে নন্দীগ্রাম হয় না, এটা জেনে রাখুন।
Without leaders like Sufyan, there is no Nandigram. Mamata Banerjee is right now speaking on Nandigram and the violence that happened in Nandigram many years back. We have to take everyone along and go ahead.
আমি একটা মোটর বাইক করে আনিসুর চালাচ্ছিল, আমি পেছনে বসেছিলাম। এক একটা গ্রামে যাচ্ছি,
she's talking about all that happened in Nandigram many years back when she was protesting against the CPIM government. She's saying, I was sitting in the motorbike and I was being taken to different places.
এক অক্ষর থেকে 12 অক্ষর পর্যন্ত চলছেই। তার আগের দিন রাতে কোলাঘাটে পেট্রোল বোম রেখে দিয়েছিল আমাকে মারবার জন্য।
They placed petrol bombs in order to kill me. There were so many incidents that happened.
রাজ্যপাল তখন বললেন, গোপাল গান্ধী ছিলেন,
Gopal Krishna Gandhi, the governor at that time, told me
আমাকে খবর দিলেন, আপনি কোলাঘাট থেকে রাতে বেরিয়ে যান, এখন 1টা বাজে, ওরা আপনাকে পেট্রোল বোম মেরে উড়িয়ে দেবে। রাজ্যপালের কথা শুনে কোলাঘাট গেস্ট হাউসে বুক করা ছিল, ঢুকতে গেলাম, দেখলাম বড় বড় গাড়ি দিয়ে, বড় বড় ডাবল ডেকার বাস দিয়ে কোলাঘাট গেস্ট হাউসে সব দরজা বন্ধ। কিন্তু আমি একটু গ্রামের মেয়ে, জন্ম আমার গ্রামে, আমি সাঁতার কাটতেও পারি, গাছে উঠতেও পারি, ডাঙায় বেরোতেও পারি, ধান কাটতেও পারি, ধান পুঁততেও পারি, সুতরাং আমাকে কি করবে? আমি মাছ ধরতেও পারি। আমি একদম ডাবল ডেকার বাস বেয়ে বেয়ে উঠে লাফ দিয়ে আমরা ঢুকলাম।
I climbed up the double decker bus and went inside the guest house.
পরের দিন যখন বাইক নিয়ে বেরোলাম, সব রাস্তায় আটকাচ্ছে, আমরা কোথাও হেঁটে, কোথাও বাইকে, কোথাও চালাকি করে অন্য ভেতর ভেতর দিয়ে ধরতে পারিনি আমি কোন রাস্তা দিয়ে যাব। আমি যখন তমলুকে এসে পৌঁছালাম, তমলুক হাসপাতালে যাব বলে আবার বসে পড়ল রাস্তায়, তখন আমি হাঁটতে শুরু করলাম।
Then I started walking.
তমলুক হসপিটালে গেলাম।
Then I walked till Tomluk Hospital.
কোথাও থাকতে হবে।
In the night I had to stay somewhere.
তমলুকের একটা ছোট্ট জায়গা ছিল, তখন একটা
There was a small place in Tomluk. There was a small hotel.
আর কোথাও থাকার জায়গা নেই, তো আমরা দুদিনের জন্য সেটাকে বুক করলাম।
So I booked that
আমি তো
hotel
বাড়ি
for
থেকে
2 days.
বেরিয়েছি এক কাপড়ে,
I was out
একটা
from
দাঁত
home
মাজনও
with
ছিল না
one
আমার
piece of
সাথে,
cloth. I didn't even have a
ছিল
toothbrush.
না। চিত্তমাইতি তখন ওখানে ছিলেন, আর তার
So Mamata Banerjee is talking about violence, about Nandigram violence that happened many years back, and she is speaking about all the historical Nandigram protests that happened, that helped bring TMC in power in West
সেদিন
Bengal.
উনি সেটা নিয়ে এসেছিলেন, তাই সেদিনটা আমি থাকতে পেরেছিলাম ওখানে। মনে
So I
রাখবেন,
stayed
আমি
in that
কিন্তু
hotel for that day. I don't forget all these things.
আমি কখনোই ভুলি না।
I don't forget anything.
এবার তমলুক থেকে চণ্ডীপুরে গেলাম পরের দিন।
From Tomluk I went to Chandipur the next day, nearby area. 12 hours they stopped me.
এমনকি সাংবাদিকরা পর্যন্ত কেউ পৌঁছাতে পারেনি
in Chandipur. Even the press media could not reach the journalists.
সেখান থেকে কোন রকম মার খেতে খেতে এগোতে এগোতে
I was beaten so much, but I still
কোথাও গুলি
went
চালাচ্ছে
ahead.
তাই দেখতে দেখতে,
Somewhere they were trying to shoot me, somewhere they were trying to hurl bombs at me. Then I reached Nandigram.
হসপিটালে যখন গেলাম তখন গুলি চালালো।
When I was in Nandigram hospital, they fired at me.
টিয়ার গ্যাস চালালো। সেই
They fired
অবস্থায়
tear gas. So Mamata Banerjee is in Nandigram, the historical place where she protested. She is remembering all the violence that happened there at this time when violence is happening in different places of West Bengal. Mamata Banerjee is reminding the audience about all those violence that happened in Nandigram.
আমি নন্দীগ্রামে এসে অজ্ঞান হয়ে গেলাম।
I became senseless. I lost my senses in Nandigram hospital.
কলকাতায় পৌঁছে দিল।
They helped me reach Kolkata with one oxygen cylinder from Nandigram after I was beaten in Nandigram.
আজকে যারা তোমরা
This is
তৃণমূল
not something
ছাত্র
to be
পরিষদ
forgotten.
করছো,
Who are
মনে
doing
রাখবেন এখানে
TMC youth wing now,
খেজুরিতে
you
একটি
remember
আমাদের
this.
মেয়ে ছিল,
In Khejuri there was a woman, there was a girl, Sujata.
সুজাতাকে ও খুব লড়াকু মেয়ে ছিল।
She was a fighter.
আজকে বড় বড় কথা সিপিএম এর, সেই সিপিএম এর
Today
হার মাত্র
CPM is saying
আজকে বিজেপির
many
ওস্তাদ
big
হয়েছে।
things. Today CPIM goons have become BJP goons.
সেই
BJP
মেয়েটাকে,
goons. Same people.
মেয়েটা খুব লড়াকু ছিল।
That girl was
সেই
very much.
মেয়েটাকে ধর্ষণ করে
That girl was a
তাণ্ডব করে
fighter.
তাকে খুন করা হয়।
They killed
আমরা
her.
যখন দেখতে এলাম,
When we
দেখলাম
went
তার
to
body
see
নেই।
her, we saw
কেন?
that the body was even
বডি
vanished.
পুড়িয়ে দিয়ে
Why?
বলছে ওর
They
বাবাই
burned the
করেছে
body.
এসব।
CPIM burned
এটা
the
কখনো
body
মেয়ের
and
বাবা
said
করতে
that his
পারে?
father did.
আপনারা বলুন, এই
A
ছিল
father can
সিপিএমের
do
দল।
such things? This is what CPIM did.
আমি জানি এটা রমজান
when they
মাস
were in
আছে,
power.
রোজার মাস।
I know this is Ramzan and
যারা
Roza
রোজা
month.
করে এসেছেন, রমজান করে
Those
এসেছেন,
who are doing Roza now,
তাদের অনেক কষ্ট করে মেয়েরা এসেছেন বাড়ি গিয়ে,
you have
তারা
come
সব আয়োজন করবে।
after a lot of struggle.
তবে ছেলেরা
You'll go
খেতে
back
পাবেন।
home and eat
সুতরাং যদি কেউ
in the
মনে
evening.
করেন রমজান মাসের জন্য আপনাদের যেতে হবে, আপনারা
So
নিশ্চয়ই
if
যেতে পারেন।
someone thinks that you
আপনারা
want
যে
to go
কষ্ট
back,
করে এসেছেন,
you
এটাই
can go
আপনাদের
now.
অনেক ধন্যবাদ।
You came, that's big thing. Those who are doing
সুতরাং
Ramzan.
ঘটনা অনেক। আর আজ মেদিনীপুর জেলায় সিপিএম এর সময়
Medinipur
কিচ্ছু
district?
ছিল না, আজকে
During the
মৎস্যজীবীদের
CPIM rule,
জন্য চাতাল তৈরি
There
করা
was
হচ্ছে,
nothing. But now I
ক্রেডিট
did
কার্ড
so many
দেওয়া
things.
হচ্ছে,
I gave credit
মৎস্য
cards.
ভ্যান দেওয়া হচ্ছে,
I gave vans
ইন্স্যুরেন্স
for
করা
fishermen.
হচ্ছে, মৎস্যজীবী
I
মারা
gave
গেলেও
insurance to all the
কৃষক
fishermen.
বন্ধুর মতো
So
2
if
লাখ
they
টাকা
die,
পাবেন।
they will get 2 lakh rupees.
লক্ষ্মীর ভান্ডার, আগে নিয়ম ছিল
I gave Lakshmi Bhandar. That's a project of Mamata Banerjee
শুধু তিনিই পাবেন।
where she provides money
আমরা
for
নিয়মটা
women.
বদলে দিয়েছি, এখন সবাই পাবেন। তার কারণ স্বাস্থ্য সাথী কার্ডটা ঘরে
Everyone will
লোকের
get
জন্য।
health
সুতরাং
benefits
মায়ের
from
জন্য
West
যদি
Bengal
হয়,
government
তার
called
বৌমা
Shastro
নিশ্চয়ই
Shati.
লক্ষ্মীর ভান্ডার পাবে, তার মেয়ে নিশ্চয়ই পাবে। যদি 25
So
বছর থেকে
everyone
60
will get
বছরের
Lakshmi
মধ্যে হয়।
Bhandar. Everyone will get
আর
Shastro
একটা
Shati.
নিয়ম আমরা করেছি, যে
And another
60 বছর বয়স
rule
হয়ে
that we
যাবে,
made.
যারা
Anyone
লক্ষ্মীর
becoming
ভান্ডার
60 years
পাচ্ছেন,
of age who are
অটোমেটিক্যালি
getting Lakshmi
যতদিন
Bhandar,
বাঁচবেন তারা 1000
they
টাকা
will
করে পাবেন।
get
তার জন্য
1000
নতুন
rupees
করে
for
নাম
life.
লেখাতে হবে না।
They don't have to register again. They'll get money.
এগুলো প্রচার করুন।
Tell everyone
আগে
about all these
ব্লকে
projects.
ব্লকে দুয়ারে ক্যাম্প করতাম আমরা,
Go to the
আজকে
blogs and
আমরা
talk about all these projects.
বুথে বুথে ক্যাম্প করছি।
Today we are
যদি
camping in
কারো
different booths.
কন্যাশ্রী না পেয়ে থাকেন,
If someone didn't get any
যদি কেউ
government
যুবশ্রী
scheme,
না পেয়ে থাকেন,
if you
যদি
didn't
কেউ
get
লক্ষ্মীর
schemes like
ভান্ডার না
Jubashri,
পেয়ে থাকেন,
Konyashri, Lakshmi Bhandar,
যদি কেউ কাস্ট
all
সার্টিফিকেট না পেয়ে থাকেন,
all these are pet projects of
আপনাদের আমি
Mamata
বলবো
Banerjee. If you
বারবার,
didn't get all these
দুয়ারে
projects,
সরকারে যান
all these schemes,
এবং
you go
গিয়ে
to the
নামটা
camp
লেখান।
and register
তার
your
কারণ
names and you'll get
দুয়ারে
all the
সরকার
benefits.
থেকে আবার নতুন করে আপনাদের নাম নেওয়া হচ্ছে এবং 10 তারিখ থেকে পরিষেবা প্রদান করা হবে। এটা
From
ভালো করে
10th
কান
onwards,
খুলে
we will
শুনে যান।
provide all
এটা
government
বুথে বুথে হচ্ছে, আপনারা
facilities.
নিজেরাই করতে পারেন।
You go and
মাথায়
write your
রাখবেন,
name. Remember all these.
কন্যাশ্রীর মেয়েরা আগে বাবা মা ভাবতো আমার মেয়ের কি হবে, বিয়ে দিয়ে দিই।
Previously, the fathers used to
এই
think, what will
মেদিনীপুরের
happen to my
ছেলেমেয়েরা
girl?
first হয়।
Let her get married.
কত ভালো রেজাল্ট করে মেদিনীপুরের ধামসামা দল।
Because
আমি
of
তাদের কত
Konyashri, the situation
ভালোবাসি।
is changing.
এই জেলা স্বাধীনতা সংগ্রামের জেলা, এই
This is the
জেলায়
district
মহাত্মা
where
গান্ধীর
the
আন্দোলনের
freedom fight
প্রতিফলন
happened.
আছে। এই জেলা ঈশ্বর
Here,
চন্দ্র
even
বিদ্যাসাগরের
Mahatma
জেলা,
Gandhi's
এই জেলা
freedom movement
মাতঙ্গিনী
was
মায়ের
reflected.
জেলা, এই
This is
জেলা
Matangini
সতীশ
Hazara's
সামন্তর জেলা,
district.
এই জেলা অজয় মুখার্জির জেলা, এই
This
জেলা
district is of all the freedom fighters and great personalities like Khudiram.
একবার বিদায় দে মা ফিরে আসি,
Khudiram sang
হাসি হাসি
this song.
পরব ফাঁসি, দেখবে
She's
ভারতবাসী।
talking about a
এই জেলা
song
স্বাধীনতা
which
সংগ্রামের জেলা।
Khudiram Bose used to sing,
একটা
and then
ব্রিজ
she's
আছে,
saying
তার
that this is
নাম আছে
his
পিছাবনি।
district.
কেন
There is a place
পিছাবনি
called
নাম হয়েছিল?
Pichaboni. Why do you
নাম
know the
হয়েছিল
district
তার
name is
কারণ
Pichaboni? This is
ইংরেজরা যখন
because
বন্দুক নিয়ে তেড়ে
when
এসেছিল,
the
এখানকার মা বোনেরা
Britishers
বলেছিল
tried to
তোমাদের
shoot
বন্দুকের
Matangini
রক্ত
Hazara
ঝরাও,
and all
আমরা
the
গুলি
women,
খাবো,
they said
কিন্তু
that
আমরা পেছবো
you
না,
can shoot me,
আমরা
but we
পেছাবো
won't
না,
go back.
আমরা
That's
পেছাবো
why
না। তাই
Pichaboni.
নাম
Pichaboni
হয়েছিল
means we won't go back.
পিছাবনি।
So Mamata Banerjee is talking about all her projects,
আজকে লজ্জা
and she's
লাগে।
talking about violence,
এই জেলা থেকে কয়েকজন হারমাদ
and she's
আমাদের
saying that
থেকে
in this
সবকিছু
district,
নিয়ে
some
যত
goons,
চাকরি মিদনাপুর জেলায় দেওয়া হয়েছে,
they tried to
বাঁকুড়া
take
জেলায়
away
দেওয়া হয়েছে,
all the
benefits away from people.
in Purulia district, in Mednipur district,
মালদায় জেলা হয়েছে
Murshidabad district, Malda district.
তাদের হাত দিয়ে চাকরিগুলো দিয়েছিলাম আর তারা চাকরিগুলো অনেক জায়গায় বিক্রি করেছিল, এটা আমরা জানতাম না।
We didn't know that. Some goons, they were in our party, in all these districts, they sold jobs. We didn't know that. Mamata Banerjee is talking about the job scams and all the corruption. In Purulia district, they sold the jobs. And today CBI and ED is being used and they are talking big things. They are bringing goons from Bihar in order to create violence in West Bengal. They are bringing goons from Bihar. Everyone speaking Hindi and Urdu is not a goon. Is not a rogue. All the women are symbols of peace. The farmers are symbols of peace. We are all symbols of peace. But these people, he's talking about BJP. You saw that during Ram Navami procession, we didn't stop anyone. But they used bulldozers in Ram Navami procession in Howrah. They came with weapons. They came with petrol bombs in Ram Navami procession. Without police permission they came. Forcefully, they burned the shops of fruit sellers. They burned houses of common people. We are making arrangements that whatever destruction was made, we will compensate all of those people who are target of this destruction. As soon as peace was established in Howrah, they went to Hooghly. They went to Hooghly and then insinuating about what happened in Hooghly, they tried to insinuate to their party workers to create violence. What kind of religion is this? What kind of religion is this where they tried to incite violence? The religion which incites violence, which incites people to take up arms, we don't support that kind of religion. They take guns and they kill people in the name of religion. These are not Hindus. These are not Muslims. These are not Sikhs. They are not even Christians. They are not even Adivasis. They are not OBCs. These are BJP goons. These are BJP people. They are big goons of BJP. Did you ever see that Ram Navami procession has weapons? There are peaceful prayers. So many peaceful prayers and programs, religious programs in Bengal. All kind of religious programs he's talking about. Bisha Munda's birthday, Kurmis, Kali Puja happens here. Jagadhatri Puja happens here. We conduct Durga Puja. All kind of puja. There is no violence in Bengal. But these BJP people, from where do they come and create violence? They try to defame the name of Ram. BJP is responsible for all kind of violence. I am Hindu of Ramakrishna. I believe in the uniting of all religions. I am peaceful Hindu. I am strong Hindu. I am a Hindu who believes in bhakti. I go to mandir, temple, I go to Gurudwara, I go to mosque, I go everywhere. Who are these people? They are thinking, we cannot defeat Mamata Banerjee, so now we will defame the Hindus. They tried to kill me actually. In Nandigram I came for a meeting.
and they attacked me here. The BJP people attacked me here and my leg got broken. They attacked my car. I could have died of heart attack. If they attack me so that I cannot do programs here.
আমি জানে মনে রাখবেন আমিও কিন্তু কচু
If they are doing something mischievous, I am even more mischievous. I took a wheelchair after my leg was broken last election.
নির্বাচন করা যাবে না
Then my party workers said that can't we do all these programs that are scheduled? I said I will do it. I said I'll do it in wheelchair, but I'll still do the program. The police also helped me a lot. After a lot of struggle, I could complete that election. And all religious people stopped BJP. They united against BJP. I didn't forget yet. Didi, and she's trying to copy what Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister, came to Bengal and said. She's saying that they could not cross 200 in Bengal, even 100. So they looted vote in Nandigram and defeated me. She's talking about the win of Shubhendu Adhikari in Nandigram. Why there was 3 hours of power cut in Nandigram when the counting was on. I was defeated and there was a conspiracy against me in the last Lok Sabha election.
প্রতিদিন এই তো নন্দীগ্রামে খেজুরি কন্টায়ে তমলুকে
every day in Nandigram Khejuri Kontai
ভায়োলেন্স হয়েছে আমি টেক ওভার করার পরে কোনো ভায়োলেন্স হয়নি ইলেকশন কমিশনের আন্ডারে ছিল সরকার
after the elections there was no violence but it was all a conspiracy. Even now 1000 TMC workers are in jail for post-poll violence conspiracy.
তাদের নিজেদের ক্ষমতা ছিল তৃণমূলকে বাদ দিয়ে লড়ার যেদিন তৃণমূল তৈরি হয়েছিল অখিলগিরি দাঁড়িয়েছিল কলকাতা থেকে ওই বাবুরা নয়
she's talking about অখিলগিরি
দ্বিতীয় ছাড়া হয়েছিল অখিলগিরি দ্বিতীয় হয়েছিল মনে রাখবেন অনেক পরে এসেছে এরা ক্ষমতা দেখে
they only see power, they only want power. They think that now let's go and take over Bengal. They just want power.
আবার কয়েকটা কুলাঙ্গার এই কুলাঙ্গারদের কাজ হচ্ছে গুন্ডাগিরি করা
all these people only do all kind of riots.
আমি 48 ঘন্টা ধর্নায় বসলাম
I sat for 2 days of dharna because I was not getting money, 100 days money.
বাংলার বাড়ি নিয়ে টাকা দিচ্ছে না বলছে ভাতে মারো রাস্তায়
they are not giving us money and they want to stop our food. They want to stop all kind of developmental works including roadway works.
আজকে এক বছর টিম করে জ্বলবি তারপরে ভারতবর্ষ থেকেও বিদায় নিবি তখন আমি দেখব কোথায় যাস
you all will be defeated in the next 1 year. You have to even run away from India. You will be defeated nationally. She is talking about BJP.
বিনে পয়সা চাল 1149 টাকার গ্যাসে ফুটছে বিনা পয়সা চাল
how will people cook free rice on gas cylinders which is 1149 rupees 1149 rupees gas is 1149 rupees how will we cook free rice on a gas cylinder that is 1149 rupees
100 দিনের কাজে টাকা দেবে না আমি
they won't give money for 100 days work
40 দিনের কাজ 100 দিনের কাজের লোকেদের করিয়েছি আর যত গ্রাম
I already gave money to a lot of people from myself
12000 কিলোমিটার রাস্তা নতুন
12000 kilometers road we are making in Bengal we are making with our own money
যত কাজ হবে রাস্তার সব কাজ যেন 100 দিনের কাজের যারা টাকা পায়নি
all the work that will be done for making this 12,000 kilometer road, all that work should be under 100 days work. That's what I have ordered to my administration.
10 কোটি ম্যান্ডেজ তৈরি করে দিয়েছি বাংলায়। মনে রাখবেন
I created 10 crore mandates in Bengal.
100 দিনের কাজে গ্রামীণ রাস্তা যোজনা
Bengal became first in 100 days work. Bangla's Badi scheme, which means Bengal's house scheme, was also one of the best ones in country, but then they stopped money. What do you say? She's asking all the women, students, she's asking that the ones who are doing all these riots, the ones who are not giving money for 100 days work, and the ones who are creating such violence in Bengal, will you support them? They have no place in Bengal to stay. All of them will have to leave Bengal. Yesterday I saw one BJP leader say, if we come to power, we will hang the rioters upside down. Some BJP leaders said yesterday. She's talking about Amit Shah. Amit Shah said yesterday.
Exact Hinduta ki Hindita ke boleche?
What exactly he said? I'm trying to find.
উল্টো করে বেঁধে পেটাবো না না হিন্দি
I will hang upside down. She's trying to quote Amit Shah. She's trying to find out the exact word he said. She's waiting to find out.
বলেছে বিহারে हम
He said that in Bihar, if we come to power, we will hang all the rioters upside down and beat them.
लटका के मरेंगे। थैंक यू। बोलेছে ঝুলিয়ে পেটাবো। বাংলাটা হচ্ছে
He said that we will hang and beat them who are rioting in Bengal and Bihar. I will ask him.
তাহলে আজ করছেন না কেন? দাঙ্গা তো করছে বিজেপি।
If you really want to do this, then why you are not hanging the BJP workers who are creating the violence and rioting? All the riots are being done by the BJP workers. Why you are not hanging them and beating them? When you are saying that if you come to power, see yourself in the mirror and see what you are doing.
বিহারে গিয়েও সে কথা বলেন।
Whatever you are saying in Bengal, you are also saying in Bihar.
আর গৃহস্থকে বলছে সজাগ থাকতে।
He's telling his party workers to do the riots, and in public he's saying he will punish the rioters.
ব্যাংক বিক্রি করে দেবে। ক্ষমতা দিয়ে
and then he's selling off the bank. They are selling off LIC.
নোট বিক্রি করে দেবে।
They are selling off notes.
আদানিকে সব বিক্রি করে দেবে। ক্ষমতা
দিয়ে they are selling everything to Adani.
দেবে না টাকা। ক্ষমতা দিয়ে
they are not giving money for 100 days work.
ক্ষমতা দিয়ে
they are not giving money for any scheme.
মনে রাখুন
they are not letting us make roads.
ছেলে মেয়েদের ঐক্যশ্রীর টাকা বন্ধ হয়ে গেছে। আমি 1,30,00,000 ছেলে মেয়েদের টাকা দিয়েছি।
I have given money to 1 crore students from my own money, from my own pocket.
আপনারা প্রত্যেকে দুয়ারে সরকারে গিয়ে যারা ওবিসি স্কলারশিপ পেতেন মেধাশ্রী প্রকল্পের নাম লেখান।
All of you register your names in government scheme called Medhasri for free education. And Kanyasri for all the women and girls, you get money, education, money for education.
সরকারি স্কুলের সবাই কন্যাশ্রী 2 পাবেন কলেজে, আর বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ে পড়তে গেলে কন্যাশ্রী 3 পাবেন।
Even if you go to universities, you can register for Kanyasri.
18 বছর
money will be given by government.
কন্যাশ্রী মেয়েরা পড়াশোনা করলে আরো 25,000 টাকা ব্যাংকে পাবেন। আজকে কি করা হয়নি? এরিয়াল গ্রাউন্ড থেকে শুরু করে মাঝের থান থেকে
all the works have been done, including making burial grounds,
বার্নিং ঘাট থেকে শুরু করে
burning ghat,
জেলায় দেখুন না
crematorium. See your own district.
New hospitals are being made by the state government, medical colleges, Mahatma Gandhi University. Remember, here, a lot of work has been done by the West Bengal government. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad Technology University, Hindi College, Birsa Munda College, Panchanan Burma College. There are no places in West Bengal where no development work was made. All Adivasis are good people. They are happy. Previously, they had to eat ants. Previously, the Adivasis had to eat ants and survive.
लेकिन जो लोग रामनवमी के जुलूस पे हमला कर रहे हैं उनको पुलिस कुछ नहीं कर रही। देखिए, हम आपको बताएंगे आगे आने वाले समय में कि हम क्या करेंगे। हमें राज्यपाल जी से भी मिलना है, उनको संज्ञान देना है, तो हम आपको समय बता देंगे तब। नहीं, हम खाली छोड़ दिए। देखिए, आपका कैमरामैन को दिखाने के लिए बोलिए, पूरा गाड़ी चल रहा है।
এই ছবিটা কেউ করো না, চাকরি চলে। এই ছবিটা কেউ করো। কি হলো? তাড়াতাড়ি তাড়াতাড়ি।
हाईवे पे बैठे हैं, क्या कहेंगे? आपको तो अंदर नहीं जाने दिया।
मुझे खाने जाना है।
জামা কাপড় পাচ্ছেন।
So, fiery attack there by the West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who's blamed the BJP. Remember, yesterday as well, Mamata Banerjee, while she addressed that rally, said that BJP is funding the goons in the state of Bengal. And today again, Mamata Banerjee, while invoking Nandigram, said that writers will not be spared. So, very strong statement coming in from the West Bengal Chief Mamata Banerjee, who's addressing a rally in Bengal. In fact, simultaneously, BJP West Bengal Chief Sukanta Majumdar, who's staging a dharna, saying that he should be allowed in that violence hit location in Bengal's Hooghly region. So, a lot of developments coming in from Bengal, but the question, of course, remains at the end of the day that who's trying to vitiate violence and tensions in the state of Bengal. So, tracking closely all the developments from the state of Bengal, slipping into a very short break for now, but on the other side, we'll continue to get you live coverage from Bengal's Hooghly.
आप सभी देश के जन जन तक सही सूचनाएं पहुंचाने में अहम भूमिका निभा रहे हैं। जब नेशन फर्स्ट होता है तब हमारे संकल्प भी बड़े होते हैं और उनको सिद्ध करने के प्रयास भी व्यापक होते हैं।
प्रधानमंत्री जी, हमने भी ठान लिया है, हमारा रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क भी अपने कदम और भी तेज करेगा।
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Troubled with the words that they've used, Mr. Something. Are you troubled with the words?
And that is Christian Michel. First visual on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, would you give facts to India? Chidambaram has been arrested right now. That's me, Chidambaram right now. There it is. He's been arrested. Mr. Bajay, why because it was a case, I believe that was closed by the police itself. They're trying to stop us.
NIA की टीम बाजे को लेकर यहाँ पहुंची है क्योंकि एविडेंसेस डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए थे। इसी
200 to 300 supporters are gathered here. Are they trying to stop? Today the whole mission is getting. What exactly are your thoughts? Why must
रामनवमी जुलूस में उपद्रव के बाद नालंदा जिले में अभी भी स्थिति तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। हमारे साथ ये देखिए, ये महिला बटालियन है जो कि मार्च कर रही है। बिल्कुल कर्फ्यू सा नजारा है। देख सकते हैं कि आसपास के जो दुकान हैं सभी बंद हैं। स्थिति जो है तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। एक युवक के मौत के बाद 2 लोग जख्मी हुए हैं। 62 लोग की गिरफ्तारी हो चुकी है। धारा 144 पूरे नालंदा जिले में लगा हुआ है।
BJP Shiv Sena. Savarkar Gaurav Yatra has already been commenced, and we can see the Chief Minister of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde, who is being present in the same yatra, and this is against the statement of Rahul Gandhi. We remember in the last press conference where Rahul Gandhi has stated that he is Gandhi and not Savarkar, and Gandhi never apologized. Right after which we saw there was a press conference that was called in by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, clearly condemning the statement of Rahul Gandhi, and there they have announced that there will be a Savarkar Gaurav Yatra across Maharashtra. So it has been started from today. It will go on till 8th of April.
Troubled with the words that they've used, Mr. Something. Are you troubled with the words?
And that is Christian Michel. First visual on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, would you give facts to India? Has been arrested right now. That's Chidambaram.
आप सभी देश के जन जन तक सही सूचनाएं पहुंचाने में अहम भूमिका निभा रहे हैं। जब नेशन फर्स्ट होता है तब हमारे संकल्प भी बड़े होते हैं और उनको सिद्ध करने के प्रयास भी व्यापक होते हैं।
प्रधानमंत्री जी, हमने भी ठान लिया है, हमारा रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क भी अपने कदम और भी तेज करेगा।
And we continue to track all the latest from the state of Bengal, where tensions have flared up once again after stone pelting that was reported late last night in Hooghly's Risihra area. The latest update coming in that the BJP delegation would be meeting the governor in just a short while from now. In fact, more updates coming in on the governor of Bengal having arrived in Raj Bhavan after he visited the violence-hit area in Hooghly. So those are the details that are just coming in. BJP delegation that would be meeting the Bengal governor in just a while from now. In fact, top sources telling Republic Bangla that the governor would also, in all likelihood, be submitting a report on Ram Navami violence to the Home Ministry later in the day, and the report would be submitted today itself. Let's go across to Mayuk joining us from the Bangla newsroom. Mayuk, if you can give us those source-based details just coming in of the report that in all likelihood will be submitted by the governor to the Home Ministry.
Well, yes, you know that governor who was traveling to Darjeeling, and governor was in Darjeeling attending the G20 meetings there, and he has several other preoccupied schedules there, pre-scheduled events there in Darjeeling in the hills. When governor heard about the Risihra late night violence, and most importantly trains have been targeted, train lines have been targeted, and most importantly train services was disrupted for more than 3 hours. Hundreds and thousands of passengers were on road. They were sitting in train compartments. Governor decided to come back to Kolkata, and this morning as early as possible governor took a flight from Bagdogra and he landed in Kolkata this morning. From Kolkata he went straight to Risihra, the violence affected areas there, and we have the visuals in Republic. We have shown in Republic governor visiting the places, and before that governor doing a press conference there. And from Risihra he went to take stock of the situation in SSKM hospital. In SSKM hospital, few of the injured people, few of the injured family members are there, and there they spoke to the governor. Governor himself took stock of the entire situation, and governor has clearly stated that he is going to personally monitor, he is going to personally oversee the entire situation in Bengal. So the message is clear. The message is that like his predecessor Jagdeep Dhankar, right now the Vice President of India and the erstwhile Governor of Bengal, after Jagdeep Dhankar, Ananda Bose is also going to personally oversee the violence incident and not only rely on the state government reports. So what we are getting in is that governor himself is collating all the ground reports, and he is going to submit it to MHA. And before that, the last minute conversations will be done with other implementing officers. And also we are getting information that this BJP delegation, they are also going to submit a memorandum. They are also going to submit a report on the law and order situation, and the entire thing, all the versions, state government's version, BJP's version, opposition's version, every version will be collated, and his observation of the incident from the ground will be written there, and those reports will be sent to MHA.
All right, Mayu, thank you for getting us all those details. So that's the update that's just coming in. A report that would be submitted by the Bengal governor to the MHA on the situation that still prevails, the tense situation in the state of Bengal. And we continue to track all the latest from Bengal, where the West Bengal chief Sukanta Majumdar is still sitting on a dharna trying to reach the clash site.
रामनवमी जुलूस में उपद्रव के बाद नालंदा जिले में अभी भी स्थिति तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। हमारे साथ ये देखिए ये महिला बटालियन है जो कि मार्च कर रही है। बिल्कुल कर्फ्यू सा नजारा है। देख सकते हैं कि आसपास के जो दुकान हैं सभी बंद हैं। स्थिति जो है तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। एक युवक के मौत के बाद 2 लोग जख्मी हुए हैं। 62 लोगों की गिरफ्तारी हो चुकी है। धारा 144 पूरे नालंदा जिले में लगा हुआ है।
The BJP Shiv Sena Savarkar Gaurav Yatra has already been commenced, and we can see the Chief Minister of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde, who is being present in the same yatra, and this is against the statement of Rahul Gandhi. We remember in the last press conference where Rahul Gandhi has stated that he is Gandhi and not Savarkar, and Gandhi never apologized. Right after which we saw there was a press conference that was called in by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, clearly condemning the statement of Rahul Gandhi, and there they have announced that there will be a Savarkar Gaurav Yatra across Maharashtra. So it has been started from today. It will go on till 8th of April.
Troubled with the words that they've used, Mr. Something. Are you troubled with the words? I'm asking.
And that is Christian Michel. First visual on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, would you give facts to India? Chidambaram has been arrested right now. That's P. Chidambaram right now. He's been arrested. It was a case, I believe, that was closed by the police itself. They're trying to stop us.
NIA की टीम बाजे को लेकर यहाँ पहुंची है क्योंकि एविडेंसेस डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए थे। इसी
200 to 300 supporters are gathered here at Hooghly. They're trying to stop the today the whole nation.
Tensions continue to simmer in West Bengal after fresh violence was reported in Hooghly's Risihra railway station last night. Fresh incident of stone pelting was reported in Hooghly district on Monday evening, forcing the railways to suspend all local and mail express train services operating to and from Risihra railway station. After fresh violence was reported in Hooghly's Risihra railway station last night, police had to put up barricades in a bid to control the stone pelting that caused multiple train delays, and several trains were suspended. And in the aftermath, Section 144 has been imposed and internet services have been suspended in the area. West Bengal Governor C.V. Ananda Bose curtailed his program in Darjeeling, and he reached Kolkata today after receiving information about fresh violence in Hooghly last night. The governor reached the clash site and assured strict action against the culprits.
Here, in the past few days, this is a pernicious trend. We will never allow the forces of darkness, the birds of night, the predators on the freedom of the ordinary man to take society to ransom. We will take strict action against the wrongdoers.
BJP workers argued with police after the cops tried to stop Sukanta Majumdar's sit-in protest at Sri Rampur Batala intersection. Sukanta Majumdar was supposed to sit for a dharna protest against the Hooghly violence. However, the police said that the dharna will not be allowed since it has no permission. The Bharatiya Janata Party state president Sukanta Majumdar was stopped by the police from visiting the violence-hit area in Risihra. The BJP state president was also stopped yesterday from visiting the clash site Hooghly as well. The leader said they have the right to meet the people, those who have been affected by the violence. The Chinese government announced it would standardize the names of 11 places in Arunachal Pradesh, releasing a list of the 11 places along with a map that shows parts of Arunachal Pradesh instead as inside the southern Tibetan region. The Chinese Ministry of Civil Affairs even included a town close to the Arunachal Pradesh capital of Itanagar. And in a stern response, India responded to China's intensified provocation. The Ministry of External Affairs issued a statement saying, "We have seen such reports. This is not the first time China has made such an attempt. We reject this outright." Arunachal Pradesh has been and will always be an integral and inalienable part of India. Attempts to assign invented names will not alter this reality. Unquote. After China announced renaming of 11 places in Arunachal, the Congress party took a swipe at Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Congress party chief Mallikarjun Kharge, in an attempt to politicize the Indo-China border issue, mentioned that after Galwan clashes, the country is facing the consequences of PM Modi giving a clean chit to China. After the Congress party blamed the Prime Minister over the China's provocation, the BJP has now hit back at the Congress. The senior BJP leader Subramaniam Swamy said that not Prime Minister Modi but Nehru gave clean chit to China.
It was first given by Jawaharlal Nehru. And he said, in fact, Aksai Chin, he says, not a blade of grass grows there. So why are we fighting about it? Give it to the Chinese. We gave Tibet during Jawaharlal Nehru's period. During Indira Gandhi's period.
Union Minister Anurag Thakur slammed the Congress over their comments on Prime Minister Modi and China's provocation. The Union Minister has alleged that the Congress does not trust the army, which have dedicated their life to the nation.
भारत के एक नेता तो डोकलाम की घटना हुई, चीन की ओर से अतिक्रमण करने का प्रयास जब हुआ, हमारी सेना के जवानों ने मुंह तोड़ जवाब उसको दिया। लेकिन भारत के बहुत लंबे समय तक जो सत्ता में पार्टी रही, उनका युवराज चीन को मुंह तोड़ जवाब देने की बजाय वो चीन के एम्बेसडर के साथ बैठकर सूप पी रहे थे, चाइनीज खाना खा रहे थे, उनके चाइनीज फंड लेकर अपनी राजीव गांधी फाउंडेशन को आगे बल देने का काम कर रहे थे।
Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on Tuesday fumed over the question on BJP's allegations of Congress party pressurizing the judiciary and attacked the centre over the Adani issue. The former MP arrived at the All India Congress Committee headquarters here in the national capital for the meeting ahead of the next list of party candidates for the Karnataka Assembly elections.
आप लोग जुडिशरी पे प्रेशराइज कर रहे हैं।
Why do you always say what BJP is saying? Every time you say what BJP is saying.
No, but BJP is claiming fraud.
There's a very simple thing. ये जो 20,000 करोड़ रुपए अदानी जी की शेल कंपनीज में हैं, ये किसके हैं? ये बेनामी है, किसके हैं?
And Congress Central Election Committee held a meeting to finalize the remaining 100 candidates for Karnataka Assembly Elections 2023 began at the AICC headquarters in New Delhi. The Grand Old Party is expected to announce the second list of candidates for the 100 Assembly constituencies of Karnataka after the meeting. Congress had announced its first list of 124 candidates on the 25th of March. Karnataka Congress President has been booked for throwing currency notes at people during an election rally in Monday on the 29th of March. The Election Commission of India registered a complaint against D.K. Shivakumar based on which a non-cognizable offence was registered against him. NCP Chief Sharad Pawar chaired a party review meeting of NCP MPs, MLAs and senior party leaders in the morning. The meeting was held at the party office in Mumbai. YSRTP Chief Y.S. Sharmila met Professor Kodandaram of Telangana Jana Samiti to seek support and to work together under T-Save banner, an initiative by YSR Telangana Party Chief to fight for the right of the students and the unemployed in Telangana state. Earlier, the YSRTC Chief had hit out at KCR over the unemployment in state. Days after an arson attack on a moving train which left 3 passengers dead and 8 others with burn injuries, according to sources, Kerala police now suspects a terror angle in the train attack issue and have formed an anti-terror squad to investigate the matter, apart from the SIT constituted to catch the accused. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan said a special investigation team will be formed to probe the fire incident on board a train which led to the loss of 3 lives in Kozhikode district of the state. The accused man who set fire to people inside one of the compartments of the Alappuzha-Kannur Express on Sunday night is yet to be identified. No arrests have been made so far. Meanwhile, the NIA officials arrived in Kannur in the morning, leading to the train mishap that killed 3 people and several injured. The NIA held a meeting with the senior police officials handling the case in order to bring their probe into the matter. 2 railway police officers arrive in Noida on a search operation for the accused in the recent train fire incident in Kerala's Kozhikode district. According to Kerala police sources, the suspect has multiple addresses in Noida and Haryana. In the national capital, the Aam Aadmi Party versus BJP poster wars continue to rage on. In a latest, BJP put up posters outside its office in Delhi stating that the degree row is being rigged up only to divert people's attention from the multiple graft cases against Aam Aadmi Party leaders. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval on Tuesday called on Bhutan King Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuk, who arrived in India for a 3-day visit. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Monday received the Bhutan King at his arrival in the country and later called on him in the evening. Jaishankar noted that Bhutan King's vision for strengthening the unique partnership with India is deeply appreciated. Bhutanese King Wangchuk visited Rajghat on Tuesday to pay tributes to Mahatma Gandhi. The Bhutanese King is on a 3-day tour of India to expand the close bilateral engagement, especially in the sphere of economic and development cooperation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while speaking at the 5th International Conference on Disaster Resilient Infrastructure on Tuesday, stressed that in a closely connected world, the impact of disasters would not just be local and subsequent responses have to be integrated and not isolated.
In a closely connected world, the impact of disasters will not just be local. Disaster in one region can have a big impact on a completely different region. Therefore, our response has to be integrated, not isolated.
After an incident of a major fire over Cochin Port Authority was reported by Cochin Port Authority, the Southern Naval Command immediately pressed its naval firefighting services into action. Naval fire tenders were rushed to the site and augmented the firefighting efforts of the port authorities. Top opposition leaders strongly pitched for a caste census at a DMK-convened conference on social justice, which also saw calls for forging unity to take on the BJP in the run-up to the 2024 general elections. The conference was seen by many as a show of strength by the opposition, with the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, Rajasthan CM Ashok Gehlot, his Jharkhand counterpart Hemant Soren and Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Tejasvi Yadav joining in to raise their voice against what they call oppression of backward classes. Tension prevailed in Bapatla district of Andhra Pradesh after a few people attacked Ishwar, who is a private employee, for allegedly making inappropriate comments against B.R. Ambedkar. Ishwar made some derogatory comments and had posted on his WhatsApp status, which led to anger among the Ambedkar followers and was attacked on Monday night. Few unknown people vandalized Lord Ganesh in Guntur in Andhra Pradesh. They were allegedly digging the temple for treasure. Police say that there's no communal angle involved here in this matter and a case is being registered. The further probe is underway. Maiden landing of helicopters by night on board INS Vikrant was achieved on the 28th of March by Kamov 31 helicopter. The trials successfully thereby proved night operations from INS Vikrant. As part of the trials, the lighting aids and shipborne systems were proven from the indigenous carrier. Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik met the ambassador of India to Japan, C.B. George, and officials of the embassy on his arrival in Tokyo. The CM is leading an official delegation to showcase Odisha's immense potential as an investment destination. An Indian origin student from the Law School of London School of Economics alleged that there is discrimination on the basis of religion and anti-India rhetoric prevalent on the campus. Taking to social media, Karan Kataria, who is a lawyer pursuing masters in the LSE campus and running for the General Secretary of the LSE Student Union, claimed that
domain, a space, a new area, financial connectivity and increasing interoperability, etc. Hydropower, again, strong element of our cooperation, which most recently has included handing over of the 720 megawatt Mangdechu hydroelectric power project to the Royal Government of Bhutan. You would all recall perhaps that His Majesty was last in Delhi during his transit visit in September 2022. At that time also he had had a brief meeting with the Honorable Prime Minister. In terms of the program elements of His Majesty's ongoing visit, as I mentioned, His Majesty arrived yesterday afternoon. External Affairs Minister called on His Majesty in the evening yesterday and hosted a dinner in His Majesty's honor, which actually involved good discussion and interaction with the key CEOs of some of the Indian companies. This morning His Majesty visited Rajghat to pay his tribute to Mahatma Gandhi, and thereafter His Majesty had a meeting with Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. The meeting was also followed by lunch hosted by the Honorable Prime Minister, and later this evening His Majesty will meet Rashtrapati Ji. The bilateral discussions between His Majesty and the Prime Minister, as would be expected, covered the entire gamut of India-Bhutan cooperation and also issues of respective national and mutual interest. Let me briefly share with you its key elements as also the outcomes that we would be working on here onwards following the discussions between His Majesty and the Prime Minister. First up, His Majesty briefed the Honorable Prime Minister on his significant transformation and reform initiative that Bhutan is currently undertaking. Prime Minister on his part reiterated India's continued and full support to the socio-economic development in Bhutan, based of course on the priorities of the Royal Government and in keeping with the transformation initiatives and reform process as per the vision of His Majesty. More specifically, there were 5 broad range discussion range issues. First was on economic and development partnership. This covered in turn many elements, which included cooperation for Bhutan's 13th 5-year plan, whose process is beginning from next year onwards. Support, including relevant financial support for the reform process in Bhutan. Support also for the institutional capacity building in Bhutan, and project-based development partnership, which is one of the key pillars of our development cooperation with Bhutan. Second bucket of issues was relating to trade, connectivity, and investment cooperation, which in turn included discussions on infrastructure connectivity, whether pertaining to integrated checkposts, rail connectivity, air connectivity, digital connectivity, people-to-people linkages, and of course the inland waterways, of which we have spoken in the past also. The third related element pertained to long-term and sustainable trade facilitation measures that India and Bhutan could take, which would link to the economic growth and prosperity of both economies. 4, as I just hinted in the beginning, as part of new paradigms on energy cooperation, which would of course strengthen the existing frame and specifics of hydropower cooperation, but also carry forward our cooperation in this domain into non-hydro renewable space. And the last subsegment in the economic chapeau relating to new sectors, which, as I mentioned, space, startups, cooperation in the field of STEM education as part of the bilateral partnership. In this context, the recent launch of India-Bhutan satellite, which was jointly developed by the space engineers from both countries, was particularly appreciated. In terms of specific outcomes, which, as I said, we would be following up based on the discussions between His Majesty and the Honorable.
All right, we're getting some breaking news at this point in time. There's a massive avalanche that has hit Sikkim, and you can see the dramatic visual that have come. At least 6 people are here dead, and many are still trapped. Remember, viewers, this is a big breaking news that we are getting in, and if we talk about the area, this comes near Somgo in Sikkim. A massive avalanche has hit Sikkim, and many people have been injured. More than 2 are, at least 6 people have been reported dead in this avalanche in Sikkim. That is the big breaking news that we are getting in. And what's more is that 150 people are feared to be trapped in this avalanche. This is the big breaking news that we are getting in, and you can see those visuals coming in from Sikkim. And the avalanche hit 17th mile in Somgo, and popular tourist spot in Sikkim. My colleague Samiksha is joining us on the phone line. What more can you tell us, Samiksha, on this developing story?
Well, Rakshita, the details that we are just picking up is that this has happened near Somgo, which is a very popular site in Sikkim. In fact, news coming in of casualties also having been reported. We'll just wait on that confirmation. But what we understand is that more than 150 people are feared trapped in this avalanche that has hit the location. It's the 7th mile near Somgo, which I said is a very popular tourist site in Sikkim. This incident happened today itself at around 12:30 p.m. So more than 150 tourists are still feared trapped in the thick layers of snow following that avalanche that hit the Nathula Pass in Sikkim. It reportedly struck around 12:30 p.m. This afternoon. So the details that we're just picking up of some casualties also having been reported. We'll just wait for a confirmation on that. But more than 150 people still feared trapped, and at least 2 lives have also been lost. So those are the initial details that are just coming in as per reports. 2 people have died in this avalanche. So we'll get a confirmation also in just a while from now. But the news coming in of at least 150 people having been trapped in this avalanche, which hit at around 12:30 p.m. In Somgo location of Sikkim, Rakshita.
Right, of course. We do need some confirmation on the exact figure as far as the death toll is concerned. But viewers, I just tell you that this is a massive development. This is a big breaking news that is coming in from Sikkim, where several people are feared to be trapped. And my colleague Anurupa is joining us on the phone line. Aniruddha is joining us on the phone line. Aniruddha, what more details can you share with us on this story?
Yes, as of now, we have the information that this avalanche has hit the 17-mile area in Somgo, in Upper Sikkim, in Northern Sikkim, and 6 people have feared that. This is what we are getting to know. However, more than at least 20 people are injured or have sustained injury, and there are fear and speculations are there that many people are trapped inside the avalanche. Meanwhile, emergency response team have been moved to the area. The army and the team of NDRF and SDRF has also been mobilized. The army, which is always the first responder in that area particularly, as it's in the Upper Sikkim area on the northern side, have mobilized its troops for clearance of the site. And we are getting to know that the emergency team are already on their way as soon as this report came in. Meanwhile, it may be mentioned that the weather condition in that particular area was inclement for the past several days. Heavy snowfall was reported even in the last week of March, and thereafter all the tourists were instructed not to go towards the Nathula sector. However, up to Sangu Lake area, tourists were allowed to go, and we are getting in information that when this most of the people who were in this area are reportedly tourists who went to that area for vacationing and recreational purposes. However, it's still not clear as how many exactly how many people are trapped or exactly how many people are trapped inside.
All right. Thank you, Anirudh, for all those details on that story. We'll keep coming back to you for more on that. But viewers, this is the big breaking news that we have just got here. Avalanche has hit Sikkim, and many people are feared trapped. This is a tourist location, a very popular tourist location in Sikkim, where this avalanche has just taken place, and several people are feared trapped. And we'll, of course, get you all the latest updates on that story. But right now it's time for a short break, and lots more coming up on the other side. So don't go anywhere. On the other side, China renames Arunachal's villages. Congress amplifies its narrative yet again.
There's a mail that has been sent to you asking for help. Are you saying that there is no email? Boss, you cannot insult someone.
The biggest actions of the movements of various rank. We've killed the Prime Minister, the Chief Minister, generals of the army. These are all targeted killing.
I am willing to ask you certain questions, sir.
Yeah, have a word.
Have a word.
You delete everything and then I'm going
Where is the question of recording, sir? Well, I'll show you, but why did you put your hand in my pocket while you slapped my phone?
Mr. Vaze, why were you arrested? Because it was a case, I believe, that was closed by the police itself. They're trying to stop us from reporting.
यहाँ पर लिखा गया है स्टैंड. इसी जगह से सचिन वाजे को बोला गया था खड़े रहने के लिए.
We are standing in the premise of a church right in the middle of Bucha. This is exactly what Ukraine is now calling it, a genocide that has been committed by the Russian troops.
Everybody has right to self-determine. If I say Punjab is a separate country, I have right to do it.
Troubled with the words that they've used, Mr. Something. Are you troubled with the words? I'm asking.
And that is Christian Michel. First visual on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, would you give facts to India? That's Chidambaram right now. Oh, there it is. He's been arrested. Mr. Vaze, why? Because it was a case, I believe, that was closed by the police itself. They're trying to stop us from...
एनआईए की टीम बाजे को लेकर यहाँ पहुंची है क्योंकि एविडेंसेस डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए थे इसी नतीजे
200 to 300 supporters are gathered here. Are they trying to stop? Today the whole nation is looking at you. What exactly are your thoughts? Why must
रामनवमी जुलूस में उपद्रव के बाद नालंदा जिले में अभी भी स्थिति तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। हमारे साथ ये देखिए ये महिला बटालियन है जो कि मार्च कर रही है। बिल्कुल कर्फ्यू सा नजारा है। देख सकते हैं कि आसपास के जो दुकान हैं सभी बंद हैं। स्थिति जो है तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। एक युवक के मौत के बाद 2 लोग जख्मी हुए हैं। 62 लोग की गिरफ्तारी हो चुकी है। धारा 144 पूरे नालंदा जिले में लगा हुआ है।
The BJP Shiv Sena Savarkar Gaurav Yatra has already been commenced, and we can see the Chief Minister